straight water. And then after that, we're straight vegan, no sex, no jacking off, no smoking, no drugs, anything like that. But during the fast or whatever, I thought about the process of self-deification. And in the process of self-deification, I've always had Christ-like energy. My name is Chris. I was born in Russia, crucifixion, I wrote it, a whole bunch of stuff like that. And then I'm 27 now, about to be 28, so but completion of that chapter, live by Lucifer, a lot of things we saw today, lecture spoke to as well. But the name of this project is 40 Days Fasting from Hell. And you see the 4 is in that. And I wasn't even thinking about that initially, but started finding some of the work and some correspondence. And now I've been coming up with, see, 44, I know from the past. So just do a bunch of 44s and getting back to the messianistic aspect of it, whatever. I'm putting together a project for Harvard to show the importance of having a messiah in political psychology, what it does for the culture. And basically just want to take some time, I know you and your brother, something studying in depth, ask you some questions, maybe get some insight, and like to present to the people at Harvard, show them my mind is, what I'm thinking about, and most importantly, document my growth and my practice, put my mythology and my life. So if you know where I'm living my mythology, I'm living out this Christ-like energy. So I ask you these questions, like I said, for insight, but also for better understanding myself. So going straight into the first question. I've often seen, Black Law Dictionary discern between legalese and contemporary connotations with discern the spells of words that have been casting over the mind of the masses. In its essence, what do you think Messiah is, and how you've seen it portrayed? Do you think that's accurate, or do you think we haven't seen it portrayed to be something different? So that's pretty good.
Well, it's interesting that when we talk about law, a lot of it falls under the dictionary ecclesiastically. You know what I'm saying? So law within itself has religious connotations, and then they tell you the church and state is separate. But then still, rule of law is what rules the land, but this was for a Christian country. So at what point does one differentiate, the commandments of their religion, okay, between the quote-unquote laws of the land? You know what I'm saying? At what point do they switch gears? Because if it's a Christian country, then the laws of the land should be Christian as well.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around.
But you have to abide
I'll bring it to you.
And put the country and the laws of the land before your God. You know what I'm saying? So we live in a very twisted reality. And this reality, as my brother Buddha Clint always says, is one that is conducted, falls under what he calls Jesus Christ's narrative. So we live in a society that's permeated by the story of Christ. We live in an entire society that is structured around a narrative, a fictional narrative, quote unquote, that has
no base. No base.
Because you can find yourself in the story.
No
and
base.
That's the point of the story. That's the point of the mythos. You know what I'm saying? So we can all say, all right, we live in a Jesus Christ's narrative, and we also live in a story in time. And it's just something that's repetitive. We see it in all, we see it in all the movies, we see it in all the narratives, the stories, and what have you. So when we look at the idea, the concept of a Messiah or Messianic cross, and of course, through our studies, we see it done with this, again, something that transcends just Christianity. This is something that's just really family. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we're just living within the latest version of it, and based on the dictates of the fact that it's the narrative, it's the code that controls this particular, what they call this age, from the Piscean to the Aquarian, that we're experiencing it the way that we experience it, and I'm able to see it and identify it in a lot of its different permeations in society.
Beautiful. Keeping that concept going, noticing about the Piscean Aquarian age. One thing I noticed recently was that with the burning of the Kaepernick jersey, I interpret that as the burning of the Red 7. It started the Kundalini rising, like food chakra. California, San Francisco. And based on that situation, I noticed the fear of a black messiah, which prompted this project because, you know, you saw how the news covered everyone's like, oh, why is he doing this? And to me, I'm like, yo, at least he's standing up for his beliefs. You don't see too many entertainers and athletes do that anymore. So what is it that you
Kaepernick is a very interesting character, and this goes directly to Law 44. You know, we have to understand that Kaepernick experienced a meteoric rise the year that he ascended, you know, to the Super Bowl. And he is a Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? When I did the Gematria, his name came up to Sacrificial 5 and also the Prince of Peace. So he had messianic energy on him. And not only that, what he had done to actually get into the position that he was in is he had to defeat Mike Vick's record. So you have Mike Vick, who was the prototypical messianic figure because of the fact that he was better, you know, with the Hamptons, or it was the first thing he was going to do about it. Yeah, he practiced the Eagles, and he kept that seven energy on. He was crucified in public, you know what I'm saying, for being the energy. And of course, like you said earlier, you know, you can show through the works how all of these themes are repetitive and what have you. So he embodied that and took that energy over, and he became the falcon to spread his wings. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we did a call all through the 44 because if people in sports buffs that understand that they could do some research and look at the stats, they will see the 244 yards. I researched his entire history, and he is just always 44. You know what I'm saying? And especially that particular ascension of New York Rise that year that he took his team to the Super Bowl. He was going against Ray Lewis, who wore the number 52. Okay, who also embodied energy. So you had one person, Ray Lewis, who was all about rock, right? And you had Kaepernick, who was in the fire because of his tattoo, but he was strongly about, look, I'm a man of God. You know what I'm saying? English for God, this is all about God, but this and the other. So this is how they were playing this out in the media. And then they had, this was the Horrible War, two brothers. You know what I'm saying? Again, going back to the mythos. You know what I'm saying? Like the Abraham King or that sunset aspect of things. So there were so many things in this particular Super Bowl that spoke to the religiosity of this entire, you know, play, or the way that these energies were playing out. And when we talk about the fear of the black Messiah, and we speak about it being a campaign that has been continuous since Christendom went to war with Islam back in Spain, we understand that we can look at the Baltimore Ravens, right, the black birds from Baltimore, the Mary's land, and we can say, okay, well, those are the ones, and then we're looking at San Francisco, 49ers, right, and we're looking at San Francisco, we understand that those are Friars.
Merriweather, for all your private security needs. How can I help? A helicopter will be with you shortly.
And then the Saints came out tonight, so they traded in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? And at 13:22, the stadium was black. They had the blackout in the 44. They said the year to Beyonce did nothing but she got cut off the ego.
We are here to help. Latest whoever's giving you trouble.
So all of these things are permeating and I'm looking at them. And then, you know, of course, the Ravens, they had that particular thing, you know, and then the Senate prophesied Mercedes. Then you had the advert for the Mercedes of the Super Bowl. Yeah. And they had, you know, they said, what time is it? Only 4th quarter. So the brother had a mediocre rise. Even in that game, he almost brought his team back. And he came back after the second half, after the blackout. And he blacked out. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't quite make it, you know, and immediately after they lost, okay? Immediately after San Francisco lost, the Pope rose. Okay? Unexpectedly. And he said what? that have the dream, the mysterious vision from God. And he told us to step down so then we get the genuine report that came after. Pope Francis! And then they set up what? The Super Bowl to be played 50th. The grand finale for the grand gathering to be played in San Francisco. Okay? So I'm sitting back and I'm watching all of these things and I'm like, okay, so for Kaepernick to come out after all of this ritual taking place, all of this has been tried and permeated. Now he is ascending, right? Like I said, during the 50th, when they brought this Black Panther.
We're almost out of fuel. Returning to base.
I already told you about the Baltimore interview. So the return of the Black Panthers comes to San Francisco to play this game, and now this quarterback is the Black Panther. Got the bathrobe, this stuff. He's wearing a Fred Hampton shit on December 4th. They're playing in Chicago. Like, all of this. So we have to then ask the question and see the one of two answers. Either this is scripted and they're forcing, right, this whole aspect of religion playing itself out in society, or we're watching the deadline religion actually come to life through the mythos of these people playing as actors. So what you're saying is, I might have, you know, those connotations might be accurate in regards to saying this might be the burning of the seven rituals, the red and the queen, but Kaepernick is definitely a Christos archetype, hands down. You know what I'm saying? Even with the look at his nose, he looks like a hook. He has a hook nose, you know what I'm saying? He's a Heru figure. You know what I mean? He's a Heru figure. But he went from a Christ to a antichrist in their world. You know what I'm saying? Or demi-world in my world. He switched sides. You know? But these things come about with no users. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other elements to it that weaves the story together and makes it crystal clear. I'm giving you a whole lot of good talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this for I make some good version of it, but nonetheless, yeah, I think that that's kind of accurate if we're able to look at things like types, if we're able to appreciate the mythos and not be so rigid in our understanding of oh, that's just a man, you just making this up. How can you look that deeper for things and put these connections together because these connections are very clear? You know what I'm saying? This is the mythos that has come to life. These are archetypes we're seeing play out. The evidence is really real. They would during this time, so the fact that it has, and no one is interpreting it, we would know that we're with one people. And if we're out there interpreting what the code is like, what's the sense of God pushing the church if you can't appreciate the time it's in, and yet it speaks specifically to these things?
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help you? Your beautiful new aircraft is waiting at our nearest airfield. We hope you're very happy, sir.
if these people really were put, praying for this person with the Messiah, actually, they know that they view it as a force, but they can't get to it because they can't see themselves as a Messiah. You know what I'm saying? So, people declare and pray to and ask people to serve the God. You know what I mean? What God will allow, them to be successful in their campaign against the children of God.
All that bullshit. The God and the Jesus is some bullshit. Bullshit.
Based on social engineering, they switch the weapons. You know what I'm saying? So the campaign
bullshit.
They just got the shit switched all backwards and they playing over there.
Funk ass computer.
People really know, you know what I'm saying? Why would whoever use terminology such as, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to prevent the rise of a black messiah. Why would he even put melanated people who we look down upon in that context of sanctity of a religion they're supposed to hold in the regards and the ways in which to say, look, again, that this is a quote-unquote Christian country, which it is not. You feel me? But again, the goalposts so close to the people big, but they still can't see it. And every which way, every chance they get. And then before killing sacrifices, you know what I'm saying? On home stages. All for a force. You know what I'm saying? So the killing of the king, the killing of sacrificial rituals that we've seen take place, again, are part of social engineering as well. To move the push further and further and further and further away. Because like King Herod did during times of Jesus, they were killing the firstborns. And this was to psychologically, like you said, implant the fear within the roots and the mothers to say, well, haven't we our sons and we're going to die? You know what I'm saying? So how does that even work today? The majority of children that we see now born, right? They say that they're being born to mothers who are in fear. And the emphasis is, we are going through that revolutionary experience. So it's being born by our family. And, the women are worried and concerned for their safety. And we constantly are seeing this narrative playing over and over and over again on TV. You know what I'm saying? Generation after generation after generation after generation. You know what I'm saying? To a point where we don't no longer even have to hunt out the quote-unquote black messiah anymore. Because they're going to be exterminated by their own mothers. Castrated mentally.
So people not
Wow, I ain't know them folks coming like that. Them folks coming.
A lot of people will say it is the white male who puts in paradox when it's not happening. But kind of going back to what you were saying with the black male. If it's the white male that has put us in this current paradigm, then it would be the opposite of it. The opposite would be the black male.
Oh, that shit ain't do nothing.
So how does that contribute to the violence?
I get it, borrow my gun. Nah, I need my shit. I got something for y'all.
I mean, any messianic force would have to pass through her. You know what I'm saying? And, it's the concept, yes, that I use all the time. Like, even when we talk, let's go to a messianic force so we can identify in society.
Man, that's bullshit. They would not let me get my lock on this daggone. But y'all can't do me nothing, the computer. Cause y'all can't make me get angry or nothing. Cause I already know what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to do this, but y'all can't do it. And I'm how good I am.
We're talking about archetypes. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong gun.
His mother named him Tupac Shakur, after the Incan king, the Shining Serpent, the Shining Prince, for that matter. But why don't we ever take a look at a fiend and be like, well, goddamn, if he was the Messiah, if he was a messianic force, if he was the Shining Prince, who was she? Right? Because look what she had to go through. She was a legend before she even had him. You know what I'm saying? So she gives birth to this legend, but we don't ever held the mother up. And that's the issue in society. As much as we want to talk about messianic forces, as much as we want to talk about black messiahs, as much as we want to talk about this, as much as we want to talk about that, as much as they want to argue about, painting Jesus black, nobody ever understands that globally, you know what I'm saying? The sanctity of Jesus is really hinged upon Virgin Mary, right? Okay? It's really hinged upon Virgin Mary. That has never been challenged. Yeah, they come forth with pictures and they're like, look, the post with it. Look, Megan, when you hear Madonna, the first thing you see is like a rose. Okay? And like I said, when you go around the world, Virgin Mary is still edified and held up in a particular place where, she's still making appearances with people swapping up her toast and shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's not being challenged. So, once again, because of the religious onslaught or the war against women, which is the oldest war on the planet, the black women in particular, the melanated women for that matter, that has never been restored. You know what I'm saying? We've never really corrected,
calling women bitches and hoes.
Yeah.
No, you haven't really corrected that.
She will never be looked upon in this society as a messiah, as a messianic force. But the messiah has to pass through her. Even in the mythos through the virgin birth, it has to pass through the woman. You know what I'm saying? So why is she not held up?
Come on, Mother Earth,
to a God or
Mother Nature. What do the bees do for the queen? What do the ants do for the queen? See what man do to the queen? It went from for the queen to shortchanging the queen to the queen, to doing something to the queen, hurting the queen, lying to the queen, telling the queen that you love them, really you don't, you just want to get some pussy.
I was initiated into it, so understanding like it brought out the things that I didn't protect those women to die.
Yep. After you change,
you gotta protect her and you have to be willing to die.
Die for her.
And then I think that's when you unlock the true keys. You know what I'm saying? Because even, with the mythos with Christ, his relationship with Mary Magdalene, that was key, central to his mission. You know what I'm saying?
That was a story, that was a lie, that wasn't real.
So
that was not real. Jesus was not real.
The mythos, if we're going to enact it, if we're going to look for it in society, yes, we have to see it in its full totality for what it is. She has to be the activating principle behind that messianic force. You know what I'm saying? Like the memes are popping up, dark women on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the women that's really, behind this brand. You feel me? So,
my folks get off my mind like that. Niggas is not doing that, bro.
That would be his cohort. So, I definitely embrace the idea of it being more of a union. I don't think that the woman by herself is the messianic force anymore than I think that the man by himself.
Nope. They gotta come together. Gotta come together in the Creator's original name. Love. To be making in the Creator's original name. Love making. To be creating one of the same of each other. The opposite sex attract. The man and the woman. Not the man and the woman and the woman. Can't get shit out of this having fucking sex. Love.
They're like a little bit more feminine.
Feeling.
With that feminine aspect of that. You know what I'm saying?
Open up eternal life
in different ways.
In yourself.
In the balance. And
with your better half.
This community, quote-unquote, conscious community, we're still looking for that balance within the community as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit off because it hasn't been that embracing that merger of the conscious and the subconscious, the male and the female, to bring about the superconscious. And that's where the real messianic Christ consciousness lays.
as we're talking about this, I noticed you used the Jesus Christ narrative, you know, because that's what we're familiar with. But you know, a lot of people say that Jesus Christ narrative is indigenous to Africa, and really all messianistic energies are indigenous to, you know, the melanated people of the earth. But there's this notion that Jesus is a Judeo-Christian, and then there's also a lot of African messianistic energies that people are unfamiliar with. Based off of your research and experience, what would you say is the difference between, you know, what the Judeo-Christian Messiah is and what you've researched in the African Messiah? You know, the psychology that have birthed both. What's the difference that you see?
I mean, anything that we come across, like I said, from a Judeo-Christian aspect is going to deal with a suppression of feminine input or the principles in which they play, you know what I'm saying? So with the Judeo aspect of things or the Christian aspect of things, we definitely see a downplay
Brendan Darcy, your captain.
of both marries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, irregardless
I'll
of
get
the
a chopper
complexion of
dispatched
them,
right
just the
away.
downplaying of their importance. You know, they just totally remove, you know what I'm saying, the feminine aspect, period, from these books.
Okay, that's on the books at your warehouse. You've got to use the SecuroServe terminal at the office if you want to go after another one.
Or the comedic telling of the story. She's a central figure, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of different female deities that are playing key roles in these stories, and we don't see that in the Judeo-Christian mythos at all.
Moving into the next question, as one studies mythology more and more concerning the archetype of the Messiah, they often see the driving force of a paternal energy that inspires the Messiah.
Thanks for your business. A car's on its way.
On a personal note, as fate would have it, today marks the 2-year anniversary of my father's transition, passion from the flesh. Thank you. Undoubtedly, I wouldn't be here without his influence and the events that transpired when he transitioned. I wouldn't be sitting here with you having this conversation. What do you feel is important concerning the role of the Father and the understanding of the Messiah? And for those who feel like Messiah,
Fuck the Messiah bullshit, man. That's bullshit.
No problem.
You know, like we were saying,
Your real father is the father of you here on earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there is no father in no fucking heaven. That's bullshit. And I can explain to you how that shit works. That's a man-made up bullshit to control you in this bullshit. Because you don't know the truth. I died. I know the truth. I died 4 times to be able to give you the force.
You know what I'm saying? These are what all of the narratives are about. It's what Star Wars was about, right? You know what I'm saying? This quest to find your father. So even with our dealings with the European, you know what I'm saying? This is our conflict. You feel me? Abandonment. Like, my daddy don't love me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna destroy everything. That's what we see in the community right now. The youth going against the elders. I don't got no daddies. Fuck all you niggas. I'm burning the house down. Civil war. So it's very important, you know, once the father is removed, it's like who and what is the guiding principle?
Right.
See it.
The God Jesus in your fucking government. Bullshit.
Even in the Jesus Christ.
The God and the Jesus in the fucking government. Bullshit. This was taught to you. It's bullshit. So if I was you, I would take this tape that I'm making, that you're making right now, this video, put it in your archives because they're gonna definitely mute it.
Yeah, it was fugazi. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, he was curving them. He looked at him like a derelict. He just paid the bill. Like, how was he observing him in regards to having a physical father figure? You know what I'm saying? Well, look, my biological didn't father, so this is my stepfather, as opposed to him not having a daddy. His daddy's in heaven, but he had this connection.
Nah, that's bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's bullshit.
Just like
that's bullshit.
Set must have imbued him with some of this information, but he still had to channel that energy to go to war against his brother.
Man, shit.
Who he had to know was all powerful because he killed his daddy. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, it's the same thing we would see in the Kung Fu films. So you got to build your shit up You know what I'm saying? Because this dude
Always
killed your
fight.
master. But you gotta fight the dude that killed your master. Your master ain't even give you all
Nah.
the gems yet. You feel me? And if dude was nicer than your
Master?
who you
Bunch of
pulling
bullshit.
from? Obi-Wan Kenobi shit all over
Dang.
again. So we see this in society.
That ain't nothing but
We
these
see
white
it
cracker
in
bitches laying up there
videos,
pulling
we
their
see it
fucking
in
strings.
movies.
And they
We
strings
see it
are
all over the
them being able to live and pull them bitches because it's their
It's very
strings.
important that one draws upon that particular energy, whether they're present or not. And I guess the mythos are telling you can still tap into it, you know what I mean? Even if it's not physically here, it's still in your DNA and it's still on the other side, spiritually wise. So we have to find ways to break these through ways where we can tap in.
Come on now.
This energy. You know, I'm just concerned that
We're here. Have a nice day.
because of the society that we live in and the way that people are procreating, you know what I'm saying, and the culture that we live in, you know what I'm saying. Shorty might meet a dude in the club. It's a one-night stand type of situation, right? You know, they procreate. She never sees him again. You know, so this young man is cut off from his entire patrilineal line. You know, no father, no grandfather, no uncles, none of that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting none of that. He's just raised by these women, not understanding that the fearful black of more Messiah is real. So they still hunting him, whether he's preparing for the war or not. You know what I mean? You know, he might be the one to not even know it. He's a sitting duck. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reality of the situation. Of course, there's going to be exceptions to the rule. You know what I mean? But we're looking at an onslaught, you know, based on those factors. That there are enough of these adequate situations where men are around raising and training their children to know that the honor's real. You know what I'm saying? That they gunning for you just because you might be the one. You know?
That kind of reminds me of, when you're saying you be able to draw that energy from somewhere. Superman, remember when he went back into the ship and he was able to see the hologram of his father, and his father directed him around.
What would he have been without that?
Right.
Even with his daddy not being there, so that's them saying what? He tapped into his Akashic records. He tapped into his DNA. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
so we want to see the physical assassination of Black Messiah, MLK, Malcolm X, R.I.P. to them. But less spoken of is the insidious assassination that happens in the box office. Recently, I read a book called A Hero with an African Face, and it spoke of an Aigan Messiah named Windu. Interestingly, I noticed that the phonetics bore resemblance to the Mace Windu character in Star Wars. Can you elaborate on how this affects the psyche and why someone would desire to go this route instead of a physical assassination?
It's almost like what Sun Tzu says, you know, in the art of war is, you know, the best fight fought is the one that you don't have to fight.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So if one can cause a psychological defeat, right? Irrespective of the physical battle, you feel me? What's better than that? Because the physical approach is the last result. You know what I'm saying? That's the last result. So the psychological aspect of what it is that we see, you know, is more effective. You know what I'm saying? Silent weapons for quiet wars is what it is that we're bearing witness to. So they're able to attack this messianic aspect on so many different fronts without lifting guns and, you know, shooting guns off, and or you sacrifice one for the sake of millions. You feel me? Like, people are fearful right now. I see people tense up every time that they see a police cruiser go by.
It could happen to me.
It could happen to me. You know what I'm saying? They jumping their hands up and shit, and police is like, huh? I ain't even sweating. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you? I'm just shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It could be me. So when those type of things happen, you know, that kind of stunts somebody's growth, their messianic growth. You feel me? Like I said, if this is an archetypical story and a person is journeying to this particular point in this path, you know, only you can take yourself off it, because there's no victims, only volunteers. But you can volunteer to take yourself off of that path by these external factors appearing, you know, as if
Hey, LJT here. There's a bottleneck at the mint, so you'll have to unload some fake bills before you can print any more. Stop watching the currency markets and sell, sell, sell. It's as good a time as any other.
Based on this matrix, false appearance appearing real, false evidence appearing real for that matter. So, you know, that's just a war tactic. That's a Sons of War tactic.
One rap line that's always stuck out to me is you can find the Christ where the lepers and the lambs at. And then Psalms 23, it speaks on how Jesus walked through the valley of shadow of death. You consistently see the Messiah having navigated his way through the underworld. I know from my own personal journey, I've seen the abyss of society and the things that go on down there, but it was critical when I developed my psychology going through the underworld and seeing the things that happen there. Why do you feel like the Messiah going through the underworld is such an important part of the archetype and the narrative?
You have two aspects of messianic course. We have the priestly aspect, and you have the prophecy, right? The prophet, you know what I mean? And when it comes to the prophet, you know what I'm saying? Because people, you know, there's certain connotations with priestly, and that's more sanctified. You got the white robes on and shit like that. But the prophet, like you said, has to walk amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? It has to walk amongst the dredges in the underworld, because this is where the prophecy is taking place. You know what I'm saying? This is where one is able to extract in real time, you know, where society is at. You feel me? And these are the people that we have to speak to that are able to actually receive this information, because, you know, normally those people are the strongest.
Hello, you're through to Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help? Thank you, sir. Your spectacular aircraft is now ready for you at our nearest airfield.
Skid Row a lot. You know what I mean? And I had that experience that this was the underbelly, the under of the underworld. And I would be gemmed up, you know what I'm saying? I used to have my walking stick, you know, but I would go down there and I would feed them. And it would be people like spaced out. They was on every drug in the cabinet, I guess. And they would look up to me and they'd be like, Moses, Moses. And they would have, you know, all of these religious experiences, and, you know, they would love me so much that they would offer me a hit of crack. If we could understand, that's a love gesture. Like, I was gonna hit all this by myself, but here, like, this is yours. Right? Like, we don't understand where something like that would come from. Some people would take it in a particular way. I didn't take the hit. You know what I'm saying? But I understood it. It's still, for them, was a gesture of their giving, of their opening up, of their love. And I think that for Messiah, for Messiah,
y'all fucking up at y'all belief system. Y'all don't love yourself to know that the creator is your heart. That God, that Jesus bullshit that y'all believe is inside of you, not to be believing outside of you like some fucking asshole, like everybody else. But that's what you was taught to do. Believe in some bullshit outside of you when everything is inside of you to protect. Your heart is the creator of you. Look what it do. It's self-explanatory.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them have broken totally free of the illusion. They're self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? They know psychology of people better than the fucking, you know, the ones in the towers, and every tower with the fruit shop. You feel me? Or the ones running the 9 to 5s.
All the youth is our simple.
They're on the streets all the time, every day. They know the ins and the outs. You know? So, you have amongst that element to really get an idea of who the people are, what the people need, and where the people are at.
It's weird dynamic, because, you know, after I come through the underworld, you know, with the drugs and all that stuff, I find myself yearning to go back, and people would be like, "Oh, you want to go back to doing drugs?" It's like, no, man, it's a simpler life. Like the people have a better understanding of psychology, like you said, where somebody might be like, "Yo, take a hit of this crack," and even if you get into the metaphysics of crack, that's still a sacred offering in itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difficult adjustment coming from that, man. But going back to the rap line I referenced, and kind of what you were talking about earlier, Kaepernick being the Messiah. Even though he's a Messiah, man, I always see this messianistic energy come back to the MC. Rakim, Nas, this generation's quote unquote
God's son, right? God MC.
God, so why do you think that it always manifests itself so prevalent with these microphones, brother?
The word.
Word.
The word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The word is everything. You know what I'm saying? Even again, like I said, in a religious ecclesiastic context, when we're talking about a biblical context, first there was the word. So, and the word formed flesh.
Mm-hmm.
So the word controls flesh. You know what I'm saying?
And the first word was love, bitches.
Or he who has who's the master of the ceremony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's controlling the ceremony with the word, he has the power. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the power, yes, is in the microphone. The power is in the MC.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I've often said that, MCing or freestyling, really, the form of freestyling qualifies all 7 liberal arts.
Oh, yeah.
It's the highest form.
Mm-hmm.
So when one is able to really tap in, you know what I'm saying? That's the master mason.
Mm-hmm.
That's the person that can formulate a thought process out of thin air, out of nowhere, and it could coalesce into, a material thing. You feel me? Yeah. Right? When we look at the concept of what a metaphor is, and Kabbalistically, what are the 4 worlds? How do you go beyond these 4 worlds through metaphors?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I can still work a spray can.
The artist or the rhymer or the rapper is serious. The MC, you know what I'm saying? E equals MC squared. Like, you know what I mean? Our MCs they're transcendental, and they don't even really, I can't say that they don't know it, because those that do know it have embraced it and they found power in that. But the station itself, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that it's explained that way. KRS-One came out with the Hip Hop Bible. That was a work of art. He knows.
Black Dot's work too.
Shout out to the Dot. You know what I'm saying? Black Dot's work, epic. You know what I mean? So there are those amongst us that really understand what the station represents of hip hop. This platform. And then of course there are those that have play games with it. You know what I'm saying? And you can still see the strength in them and their word. Right. How it permeates and terraforms society. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And some people can't seem to get it back. They got a grip on society, right? They might not be the best rappers, but that word got people under a trance, has people under a spell. You feel me? So there's power in the word, period. Whether we can say, yo, that shit hop or not. Hey, look.
It moves somebody.
It moves somebody.
Right.
They got people trapped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So there's power in that word, There's a merging of 2 worlds, you know what I'm saying? Where does music exist? Nobody can identify it. They say 2 things can exist in one space. Well, the word and that music do, you know what I'm saying? But where does it come from? Where does it exist? Can you identify it? Nobody can. So music is powerful, man.
That reminds me of, I don't know if you remember when we
Because your voice is powerful, because your voice is unique. Everyone's voice is different.
It's all or nothing on this one. The work wasn't cheap. Get the car to the buyer clean. This should be a payday, people.
A true alchemist bends it into something that it's not. But keeping that in mind, it seems like the Messiah and the Word go together. And the thing I noticed the more I study this messianistic energy, as a Messiah always had his talisman, Christian had his flute, Dionysus had his staff, you know, the MC had his microphone.
Jesus had his sword.
Jesus had his sword. For me,
right. which you know could mean the sacred word, or it could be a literal sword dripping in blood.
The way I've always looked at it is my little sheep. That's what it reflects. But on a personal level, my talisman has been a psilocybin mushroom. You know, that may seem a little uncouth to a lot of people, but you know, I was 21, I was agnostic, I had no care for spirituality, and you know, I did a psilocybin mushroom going through the underworld. And Ganesha came to me and she said, "You'll never be the same after this." And the shit scared me, man. The shit scared me so much because I didn't have no frame of reference for what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? But it left me hungry for more. So
that was your apex awakening moment?
Exactly, that was my awakening moment. And that's my baby, you know what I'm saying? She's my feminine energy. I take care of her, you know, we have a synchronous relationship or whatever. But a lot of things I want you to touch on.
Protecting yourself is important.
Some of your Mount Shasta experiences, if you're comfortable with it. And why do you see the Messiah with his talisman? Why is it so, you know, why does he have to have that to get through the archetype, through the narrative?
I was asking myself the same question just the other day. And I was writing a post in my mind that I never got a chance to put out. And it was explaining, I went through this whole thing when I came out of the mountains the other day and I got back to New York, and the energy of New York started permeating through me. So I still was purging because I had a peyote experience in the mountains.
Mescalito.
Right? So I'm purging, I'm still getting stuff out. And I wanted to go into this phase about jewelry, you know, about how when I was younger, I had BBS diamonds. I used to, you know, everything was about the gold and the jewelry and the diamonds and stuff like that. And how many doors used to open for me, you know what I'm saying? And how I used to move through worlds just based on how I used to put these things together. And it wasn't me lashing out against my past, but I was speaking about my receptivity in different communities based on the fact that I changed. So I went from polo to start to wear my own clothes, and I was shunned by certain people, you know what I'm saying, for not being up to date with what their concepts of me should be. I went from wearing diamonds to wearing now talismans and amulets. So I was thinking about one of my jewelers, Sister Ma Jade, how irregardless of what I was going through, right, I would be able to come to the sister and she would have a talisman ready for me that spoke exactly to that journey. I was going to ask her to make it for me, and it would already be ready. And I'd be like, yo, how did you? She'd be like, it just came to me in a dream. I know that you needed this. You know what I'm saying? So when I came off the mountain and I went to see her, she had this ready for me. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted something like this because I saw something like this in a vision.
All right, listen well.
On the table.
Right.
And it had the red and blue and all that in it. I was like, I need this. This is mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Immediately.
I'm going to kill everybody.
You know, so all of the pieces and the talismans that I have in there mark different aspects of my journey. You know what I'm saying? So I was just speaking to myself and formulating the words so I can express it to the
Now, why did he run into that car?
How important talismans and amulets are, you know what I'm saying, to us on these journeys. Because not only are they reminders of what it is that we went through, not only are they present, you know, the magic of that particular journey, you know what I mean? But you know, they also
Merriweather, because security is a private matter, what can I do for you? An air team is on its way to you.
And I would imagine if Jesus had a sword or these different deific figures had these talismans, then these were, they're transmitting...
Okay, show us who's annoying you.
You know what I'm saying? These were their transmitting utilities, or these were the things that were external to them they amplified whatever they had to treat it with. So I was originally just like, that there was so much energy permeating from this to clear the way. Because when I got into New York, I just felt like I was not so much under attack, but I was susceptible to so much of the energy that was moving through the place because I was clean slate. So my experience with the mushroom is that it more so removes veils. It's not so much of a hallucinogenic as people say, you know what I'm saying? But it removes the veils and the blind spirit realm directly to you. You know what I mean? And I just think that that's necessary for people that are journeying, for people that want to get to the heart of it, you know what I'm saying? And a little bit quicker than it takes, you know, for let me say this. And I think I was speaking to my brother Mitch about this earlier. You know, processes are necessary because there's a lot of learning along the roads. You know, unfolding is necessary. All of that, you know what I mean? But then there's other things that can accelerate that process that are not necessarily one, you know, quote unquote bad. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta get to where you want, and you just gotta get there a little bit quicker, right? You know, in my particular case, this retreat was it was a healing journey. You know what I mean? So, and it was a vision quest. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of came out of that journey knowing that, especially in that setting, because the most magical things that I experienced, I was not able to capture them. I put my camera out, my camera won't work. And everyone around me, their camera won't work either. So it's almost like, oh, this is for you. In this setting, it's not for you to share with the world. They don't think that to come up to this moment. You know what I'm saying? They don't experience this. This is not for you to share with the world. You know what I mean? So, I really think that it's personal. You know what I mean? And it really helps you appreciate
7 minutes.
You know, the personal aspects of what's yours. Just like you'll take us with your amulet. I can't get this to nobody else and expect them to do for love. What is that for me? You know what I'm saying? So then it's just gonna be a piece of jewelry.
Where you come from?
That was jewelry. These are talismans. There's a difference. And we understand that difference is. You know? So, I'm gonna walk away. Damn, son. Like, you got the big change on it. You should go back to the old ones. Is it gonna make a difference? Like, those are people that are not relate to like the journey of war. You know what I mean? And people always want to focus on the evil. Their image on well, you should be, yeah. It's not even so much that they can't do it themselves. That might not be their journey. Like, you know, everything ain't for only one. If you the one, that means 99% or 99 others are not receptive of what's for you, because you're the one. You know what I'm saying? Neo didn't have no counterparts. Other than they said that the 5 or 6 that came before him, they were doing over there. So nobody around him understood what he was going through. You feel me? Why should we be expecting everyone around us? And this is the problem that we have. We keep trying to, you know, we keep trying to have people understand that process. Like, even the whole unfolding of the Messianic Torah stuff, that happened to people gradually. When I was young, meaning when I was 14 or 15, I used to add up my birthday, which is 11/14. I was into numerology at a younger age without knowing necessarily what numerology is. And that voice in my head would always be like, you know what? At 25, you're going to have an enlightening experience. At 25, if something's going to take place, it's going to change the course of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I was always knowing. I didn't share that with nobody. Just to myself. And even when I least expected it, I wasn't even when I was 25, I wasn't moving through 25 looking for it. You feel me? I was non-conscious of it. Subconsciously, I was aware. Consciously, I wasn't. And then I experienced it. And it changed the course of my life. You feel me?
When I came out here with my grandfather, my grandfather's energy, and as you was talking, I was literally thinking about his birthday is November 15th, so it's crazy you said that. Peace to him.
He's with us.
With that said, that's pretty much the conclusion of what I wanted to cover in this. The last tidbit, and I'll leave it open to you if you want to say anything, is I got this from Brother Rashid when I was one of his students, is the reason people die is a lack of appreciation. So, man to man, brother to brother, I want to let you know I appreciate what you and your brother doing. Brother Rashid for presenting our deal. I went to Adika Butler, Brother Rich for letting me use his camera, and everybody in the universe. So, anything you want to add to that?
The LovE 44, you know, is a vehicle that really speaks to your inquiries in regards to messiahs and messianic forces. You know, what I've been able to learn through this research in regards to, again, like I said, the permeating narrative of our time, of the society, the Jesus Christ narrative, you know, and the way that it was coded, it rooted in 44. Like I said, I told him at the lecture, I told people here, Galatians 4:4, you know what I'm saying? Look it up. And there's numerous, you know, there was 44 prophecies that Jesus came fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
My fours. Look at my fours again.
Wow. Let's be clear about what the Bible is. You know what I'm saying? So, understanding these things, and I read a book when I was a child. And when I say child, I would mean like 14 or 15. I was younger. I was probably in my 20s, late 20s, and I was on my journey getting this information. And the book was called Hierarchy. You know? And I was reading this book called Hierarchy, and these were these Masons that broke away from the lodge and started telling all the secrets. And he was like, look, man, we're going to tell this shit. It might cost us our lives. And I knew
what?
Like Rashid was telling me about blinds. He was like, look, you can't trust this, you can't trust that, because they're gonna throw blinds out. You know what I'm saying? But this book spoke to me in a particular way, because a good friend of mine who was in the lodge passed it to me. He didn't say nothing. He was just like, you need to read this. And I read it, and it was talking about Jesus. And it said that Jesus had a twin. And that's what the book of St. Thomas was about. It said his twin's name was Philip, you know, and it said that, they just were going into it. Like, they said that the G's were interchangeable with P's, because, the J's were interchangeable
There is
with
one
P's,
on its way to you now.
existing at that time. So, you know, there was like Philip, and they said it was St. Thomas. My brother's name was Philip Thomas. You know, then they was going into the whole Judas aspect of that. So I was just like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on? But it developed my psychology as a youngster to say, well, what if?
To be receptive
to the what if. And I just used to move through life like that. I'm like, either I'm Jesus or Judas.
Where to, friend?
You feel me? Jesus wouldn't have been Jesus without Judas.
On our way.
One and the same once you step
It's
back.
one and the same. So I understood the whole twin aspect, the brother aspect of that energy, of that dynamic. And mind you, like I said, I never deviated from reading it as a mythos. But then I came into the hero twins. I came into all of these different stories through times, all these different mythologies that was dealing with this twin messianic force. You feel me? So that psychologically prepared me for my journey. Okay? I started writing a book of poetry. I got incarcerated on a hum in 2007. Right? And I wasn't supposed to, it was February 21st. I normally don't even go outside that day because that's the day that Malcolm X was assassinated. I celebrated like a holy day. I went outside, something happened. I'm not gonna get into, you know what I mean? They ran my name. I was stopped. They ran my name, and
I want to stop it right there and say this to those of you out there. When I say that love is the creator's original name, that's not to go along with all those gods, Jesus, Buddha, all that bullshit. I say this here because I want you to feel what's real and beats inside of you, not outside of you. The conscious thinking creator is inside of you for you to be conscious thinking, to be a creator too, and to create out of the love, the feeling that's unconditional, that you can't explain, but you have 5 senses to know something. We are conscious thinking humans living here in a life experience, conscious thinking together, not one together, together, because 2 is always better than 1. When that divine creator inside of you have no hands, but have that spark of lightning before there's smoke or there's fire. When you ask that question, what came first, the egg or the chicken? Nothing. They hear? Nothing but a divine creator that you could never understand or overstand and understand to get. Because it's in you to know it. Not to believe in any bullshit outside of you, but what's created for you to enjoy. And that's this air you breathe, and the water you drink, and the trees you see, and the birds you hear, and that feeling of love in your heart. I'm just saying, people, fuck all this bullshit. That God and Jesus bullshit just got y'all torn apart from knowing who the creator is and you to be a creator too. I say it again. The creativity in you is the creator of you. That lightning strike before there's smoke of fire. That loving unconditional feeling to the point where you have 5 senses to know that you're alive. And you heard me say to the point, as in to the period. As in I can give you 4 periods of your life. Your first period is when your mama missed hers. And then you have a life. You die in a period. You own a death certificate. He or she is dead, period. That's your 4 periods of your life. Now let me explain to you what hell really is, so you can get the truth in you straight, not just to the 4 rights. Hell is here coming to earth because you came from heaven when you was birthed, and they lied to you and gave you birthday like you did some kind of work when you was just born. Born an empty glass waiting for some truth, but coming into hell you had to be lied to. And that is the first lie that was told to you, was when you was given your mother's birthday and born was thrown out the window. Like I say again, they gon' mute this. So if I was you, I would take this and put it in my archives. Because the truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. It all comes from within inside. So y'all assholes that study our Father who art in heaven when there is no heaven in the sky. There's only one divine light up there. And let me tell you the reasons why. That sunlight is the only sun without a mother or a father. So all of that bullshit, our Father who art in heaven, if I was you, I wouldn't even bother. Because the Creator is neither man nor woman, white nor black. It's that strike of lightning, and that's the facts. Because it is what it is, because you live. But as long as you continue living under believing in that bullshit of the God and Jesus, knowing that it wasn't nothing but stories that were told to you to control. And then, and only then, you're going to know the truth of the divine that's inside of you that pumps the blood through your body. Y'all talk all that bullshit about y'all believing in God and in Jesus, but then y'all putting some dead shit into a living body. Y'all confused as confused could ever be confused. And I'm talking to everybody. Everybody that's believing in this God and Jesus bullshit. When you realize what the true and real shit really is in this shit, you're gonna realize that you was lied to the first day coming here to hell from heaven. And you're gonna realize that all the power is in you to be a divine creator and create everything from no material motive, but for it to be straight, for the whole circle of life to go along straight in love, happiness, and peace, which we both know could never be a utopia. But we can always try. Alright, I just want to make sure that I had enough room that time to lay up there and put that down in my archives, because even if they erase this, the broadcast, I'm already have it to lay up there and kick it out some other time when we can, and I might be able to put it on Facebook or Twitter. I don't know. It depends on how these sons of bitches that deal with how you put out any fruit on this shit, because they got the control. So, I say to all life, living life to the full rights. There's your right hand, there's that's right, there's that's right because man put it in law, but it can be wrong, and most of the time it is wrong because man is most of the time wrong when they're trying to put something in the law to lay up there and hurt somebody on. So, and then there's what are you doing right now that'll change somebody's life for the best of their life, and you knowing that it's straight because you know that it's for the rights, and you know that it can't be wrong because it's not backwards. You know that all the power is in
And here we
your
are.
heart. If your heart stop beating, you stop living. That's no bullshit. For you to be praying outside of you when the Creator is inside of you, going along inside your mind at all times. Because that is the divine that tweaks in your mind, that gives you your free will. The divine wouldn't be divine if the divine were to control your mind. That'll be the divine taking away your free will. But you can freely will anything your way, any day, any time, other day, without with this bullshit called praying. Because I say to you, what are you praying to outside of you when the Creator is in you, the divine? I'm not no pastor, minister, or any of that paid bullshit to lay up there and fuck with your mind. I want you to come from your heart to feel from the vibration I'm sending to your heart, because I want your life to be fine.
Good to see you, boss.
But I know you can't be straight,
Hi there.
so I'm going to be straight for you.
So long.
I'ma always come on here and get his truth to you. They can't stop me unless they kill me. And still they can't stop me. Cause I got a lot of shit hidden. I got a lot of shit written in my mind. And the vibrations of me being here is divine. And the vibrations when I leave here, whoo, they gonna blow your mind. Because that's when everything really starts. Because in order for you to have any type of change, people, change starts from where you start from. Change starts from heaven. Change starts as you starting off inside of the womb as a heart. Think about it. The truth is the truth. Slippery so lies can't hold on. Lies just slide off. And the truth carries on. That's in a perfect world of the loving creator which is inside of all of us. But we live in a world of evil people. We live in a wicked world of people wanting to play God, which these people are God. Simply because God is the bullshit that they created. Love is the name of the creator before man changed it to this God and Jesus bullshit. Just so you can have something to blame all your shit and bullshit on.
Remember, I'll do anything as long as it's legal. Ish.
Soon as you lay up there and something bad happened to you, the first thing you see was the devil that did it to you.
Let me know what you want.
That's the bullshit of the circle that you can lay up there and did some bullshit to somebody else for the circle of life to come around and give you the same bullshit that you gave out. I give you 4 periods of your life.
Details should be with you on this card. It's parked at that location. This is straightforward enough. Let's get this one back in good shape.
1 word, 4 letters that sums it up how we all came to be here. It is what it is, people. When I come on this Grand Theft Auto, I be on here by myself most of the time because when I'm on here, for some reason or another, somebody will be playing the game with me, and I don't be killing nobody. I be doing my thing. As I see you news, Weasel News, you Weasel you news, and they killed me after 4 times or 5 times. They shit glitch off, and then I hear people talking about somebody messing up people's PlayStation and clearing out their accounts and shit. I don't be doing that shit. I don't know how to do that shit. I can barely read or write. So, however they trying to find out from YouTube or Facebook, if that's me, hey, it's not me at all. Like I said again, I can't read or write. So, whatever going on with y'all computers, after I tell y'all stop fucking with me, and y'all constantly be fucking with me, and I don't be doing y'all shit for y'all to be fucking with me, it is what it is after that happened. And y'all know, like I know, I don't trip at all when that shit happens. I tell you, I laugh. But the truth is the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. I ain't no bullshit. So if I'm playing that game and I ain't doing you shit, why you wanna live there and fuck with me? Let me be. Long week. I'm about to get in front. Oh, my bad. Let me put this damn thing back on. I can't stop right now. I'll make sure this car stays in speed over. Yeah. Take your eye off that damn thing for 1 second. I hear a post. I hear a post. Maybe it should have blown up there. Cause I hear a whole post. Really should load up on me. For once I can see it. Fuck you and thank you, computer, all at the same time. Fuck you and thank you, computer, all at the same time. You could easily cancel my Christmas in this car. Easy. Easy cancel my Christmas. And blow this car up. Yeah. I hit a post. I got a car like this, man. I'm gonna get these cars. Get these damn cars in here. To finish my little spot. Put this back on.
Warrant. I don't know from where. They said it was from Westchester. I had a case in Westchester a while ago, you know what I'm saying, that I swore had been closed. Because I had gone through these 2 trials in 2000 and 2001 that was crazy. That I, you know, when I initially came into Memorial Science, and these are the trials that started changing my life because I really started seeing my powers.
Yeah,
I used everything at my disposal to keep these beasts off my back. So I'm like, if I had a warrant, why that shit ain't pop up during then? But whatever reason this shit popped up, they sent me to Valhalla in Westchester. I was in bed 16. I didn't know that the brother in bed 7 was Malcolm X's grandson. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, like I said, I knocked on the 21st. I'm in bed 16. He's in bed 7, right? So I started writing my book. I started writing a book of poetry when I was there. Because I just came from, a few days prior to that, I came from seeing Hypnotic Brass and Ensemble performing with most stuff at band. Now Hypnotics, that's my man's in it. Most, that's my man's in it. So I used to always be like, yo, I'm writing these rhymes and shit like that, but I don't want to make no fucking rap album. I'm not no rapper. I was like, I want to see what poetry would sound like in rhyme format with live instrumentation. So most definitely was doing big covers and shit like that, but Hypnotic was backing them up as live musicians. So I had the archetype, the prototype in my mind for how this would sound. So I started writing, you know, entire pieces, you know what I'm saying, still with the music playing in my mind, and I started sharing it with some of the people in the union. So they was blown away. They was like, yo, son, I'm gonna stop selling drugs when I come home. I'm gonna put this money in the studio. You gotta record that. Like, they was, I brought some people to tears. Like, I was going in. You feel me? I do. Right? I put the poetry. I named the poetry the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I had my confrontation while I was in there with Malcolm X grandson. I pointed him because he was a blood superior, quote unquote blood superior in that unit. And I used to sit back and look at homie like, this is Malcolm Shabazz, right? Peace and blessings be upon him. May he rest in peace. And I'd be like, yo, like, this is not him. Like, this is not his life. He's really not about that. You know what I'm saying? He looks crazy. And I'm just sitting back looking at him. And one day I caught him by myself. And I leaned in for 2 hours and poured everything I had in me into his soul. Like, just, like, my dude, do you know who your grandfather is? And he was like, I just found out. I never knew. He's like, I never knew. He's like, my parents, and they kept it from me. First of all, they told me that was my father. And, you know, they just didn't share his history with me. They gave me a different history. He was like, when I got up north, the whole time it's told me who my grandfather was. Like, god damn. Right? They set you up like that? He was like, yeah. They was trying to keep me from it because there was a prophecy about the seventh son. So Malcolm had 6 daughters. He never had any sons. He was, we considered the seventh son. So they was trying to keep him from the prophecy that he had to fulfill. I told him everything I had. I told him about the laws. I told him about, you know, your grandfather was about human rights and civil rights, and this is the continuation of it. This is the fight that's being fought in the streets right now in terms of human rights, dealing with this information. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I gave him as much as anything that I could give him. I gave him. Next thing you know, it was my time to leave. They called me. I was gone. Like a few days after that. You know what I'm saying? My time was up. What I had came there to do, I had already done, so I come home. So he was like, yo, please give my information to Mos Def. You feel me? Because he was telling me about how many dudes he had met in the industry that was I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm gonna holler at you, and nobody ever kept it real with him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I can make sure Mos Def gets this information, and I know he gonna holler at you. So he wrote the information down on the back of the book. I took the book home. Boom. Right? Come to find out, I seen Mos Def like the first week I came home.
Alright, that car is registered on your SecuroServe account. Come by the office if you want to source another one.
Train station. He's right over there. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, son, I told him the whole story and what have you. He's like, I need that information. Alright? So I made a copy of, because I also was like, yo, I need you to also, you know what I mean? Check this book out. I laid this shit down, like, and it was inspired by You Were Hypnotic. So I made a copy of the book, had all the information in it, passed him a copy. I brings the book out with me, right? Now I'm bending on 125th Street in front of the Apollo. There was a brother out there named Brother Amun who used to always come across the street, right? Sinetta was across the street. Amun used to come across the street just to hear this poetry that I had. I would share pieces with him and shit. My business partner at the time, he used to be hating this shit, right? Yo, shit, I ain't hustling and seeing the motherfucking performance. I'm like, chill, man. Like, this nigga appreciates my work. I'm you know, share this work. Right. You know what I mean? This shit heartfelt. I know what it did in the fucking pen. Like, you know, I need to get this out. Yeah, I gotta let it out. So I used to go in. So I'm always
truth is in you.
Like, yo, son,
to let it out.
I need you to hear the blue pill.
The love of the original creator is in you.
Not me being the
to
blue
let
pill.
it out.
The book was called a blue pill.
The creator is in you.
Like,
to create too.
Blue pill.
And the love is the power of the creator that pumps in you.
Like, yo, my name is
oh, man, y'all
right? Chauffeur P. Morpheus. I used to pull people out of the Matrix. Right? I'm like, yo, not the blue pill. I meant to name it the red pill. Meaning the pill that gets you out of the Matrix. I named it the wrong way. And look, somebody had wrote graffiti on the cover and the shit was so cold. I was like, ain't no way. I'm like, I'm publishing this shit just like that. Homie did an ill piece. I was like, I can't violate that. I'm just gonna, for some reason, this shit's supposed to be called the blue pill. You know what I mean? Even if I got it wrong, I'm gonna stick with it. Like, fuck that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't want people
you ain't got it wrong.
That they think is
you ain't got it wrong.
Got a name on it. The people that's gonna be
when you know you ain't got it wrong, how can you say you got it wrong?
I'm gonna do the 52 fake out. And I said that nigga Neo did not even complete his job in the Matrix. He took the red pill, but he still had to renegotiate his contract at the end with that machine.
Yep.
I was like, the red pill ain't. The nigga still had to come into the Matrix.
Yeah.
You feel me? And he motherfucking completed. He renegotiated the contract. So I was like, I'm gonna stick with this blue pill shit. And that's how I came about with the name, the blue pill. You know what I mean? So I'm saying all that to say, like the journey. You feel me? Like even your mistakes end up being the things that vindicate or speak directly to who you are. Because when I go back and I look at my baby pictures, I had on the blue, my brother had on the red. You know what I'm saying? That's more resonating with my colors more so than his. I'm Pluto, he's more Mars. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many things are from, like KT was showing you with the ultraviolet lights.
Let's get it ready to
you know what I mean? Like, all of these things that permeate, like, you never really know what it is. And like I said, all of these things spoke to my developmental psychology of who I am and how I was gonna play this mythos out. You feel me? So I am the blue pill because I'm living in my dream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I am living in my dream. And P. Morpheus, or when you talk about Morpheus, you know, that's the Lord of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who governs over dope and heroin. I'm not a dope dealer, never took dope or nothing like that. But you know, later on in life, it helped me factor into it, even understanding the law of 44 and how that coincided with hope. And hope is an opiate like dope and this, that, and the other. And Ray. I'm just saying that, you know, for the family that wants to unravel their mythos, or their part that they're playing in this narrative, you know what I'm saying? They really got to find themselves, because the law of 44 and everything else that came along with it, it really it's fucking amazing. Like, you know what I mean? I freestyle my way into that shit. Like,
some amazing shit, man. Like, you know, this is the first time you ever talked like this. And to bear witness to what you're saying, you talked about how the Malcolm
I can still work a spray can. That's some machine.
The school I go to right now used to be a prison, and it's where Malcolm Little became Malcolm X. Couldn't write that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I live in Boston or whatever, so it's in Boston.
I visited his house when I went out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit got me in tears because it's like, the story is crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. It's real.
And you can't make it up.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? You can't make it up. And I've just let it live. You know what I'm saying? I've let it unravel and play itself accordingly, and it's still unraveling, and all of the pieces are still coming into fruition. And I just feel that we're here playing a necessary part. You know, like you said, like I was saying earlier, these pages are coming to life in real time. That's what I'm saying. And we just should be appreciative of the journey. We should just let things, you know what I'm saying, just let it play out. You know, time is not linear, it's centrifugal. So in many regards, we've already been here, we've already done this, it was already written. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And shout out to Brother Rich. This brother has been instrumental in my journey. I would tell a Brother Rich story before we leave.
That's all I got for the people, brother.
Oh no, I gotta tell a Brother Rich story. You know what I'm saying? Because this was an integral part, you know, as well. And I was reminded about it the other day because I started going in my bag. You know, I went up to a comment that almost fucked my day up on my last video. And I was like, all the pills do is talk. What the hell you ever done?
You talking about Rich or?
Nah, somebody in the comment section on one of the videos, he was talking about us, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all the pills ever do is talk.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell y'all niggas ever done?
It's got a whole new profile.
I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it reminded me that I found myself in this position before, because Brother Rich he used to sell DVDs downtown, right? And he had commissioned me to do a stand-up poster film that he wanted to put on the sides of his DVD table, right? To pull in customers. So the brother told me what he wanted and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I took mad long to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one time I had went and seen him. He was downtown.
Okay, the work's been done. Take the car to the buyer and don't let another organization get in the way.
Who the fuck are you? What the fuck y'all ever done in the community? Mind you, I helped create this shit.
Right.
But I had never, you know, I was non-vocal about it. I faded to black, and then the people that was at the forefront, I don't want to say that they was taking all the credit.
Merriweather, for all your private security needs. How can I help?
I was just a hanger-on.
Thank you. A helicopter has been dispatched to your area.
So I was like, oh shit, like nobody really knows what I've done. And it forced me to tell my story. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an introvert more so in the twin dynamic like I'll be quiet. I just observe, right? I listen and I observe.
We are here to help. Latest whoever's giving you trouble.
So I'm like, damn, but at the detriment. Yeah. Right? So the brother propelled me into greatness based on him putting that fire underneath me. So what came out of it is a very famous image just all over the internet, right? Where it's called the before and the way after image where I show on set, you know, in Haru, you know what I'm saying? And then the black Madonna with the black Christ, and then you have Virgin Mary with the white Christ. I created that. Yeah. And I ain't gonna credit. Yeah. So it even here, full circle, and I talking about this messianic force, like we've contributed in a way in which that shit has woken so many people up just through the imagery. This was before the internet. Right. This was before things were going viral and ridiculous and stuff like that.
That's crazy, man. I'm still thinking about that picture.
Yeah. My phone was dying. It's not tagged. My name ain't on it. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about the work and kind of the things that's necessary to push you and propel you forward to your greatness. You know, we know history together before we was even technically. That was our first book together, I would suspect. And it's iconic. You feel me? And we don't even talk about it. Because we've done so many things afterwards that have physical, real.
We're almost out of fuel, returning to base.
Tangible results. And that's even irrespective of my resume outside of that. So I'm here trying to explain myself to the. Yo, I did. And I sound stupid. Like,
catch yourself.
Yeah, just get into your bag, like create a new file, like you know what I'm saying. And I've just been recreating and recreating myself over and over. And I was telling, like I said, I was going in my bag on Instagram. That was only from 1991 to 94. I didn't even get past that yet. And that shit was so iconic that it had people, you know what I mean, inspired in all types of different ways. Like I've lived mad different lives in one lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got mad different names in those lives and mad different groups of people who've been inspired and have followed that particular journey. These are the unravelings, like I said, of this mythos. And it's ongoing and it's ongoing. Now I've attached myself to a number that will be immortalized. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think, like I said, there's still something bigger. You know what I'm saying? There's still more to go.
Definitely.
You feel me? I'm always the child. I'll always be that child who, at the age of like 5 and 6, used to tell my mother like, yo, I came to change the world. She's like, what's wrong with you?
I know exactly what
I'm
you're
like,
from,
nothing. And then she cured AIDS and she don't even get it.
Just get that line out there.
She downplays. She don't even know about that. She was the first one. That Dr. Sabi. You know, so I come from that. You know what I mean? That people have done mine. Like, how can you outdo that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to. I just want to fulfill my mandate in regards to saying, yo, we have a lot of greatness that are untapped in us, and if we just dare to dig, the shit that we come up with would be so monumental that we can write the mythos of our age.
Should bring you to tears, man.
I'm teared out at a particular point. You know, the way that it happens, you know, you just gotta bear witness to your own story. And there are messiahs out there that I'm speaking to that, you know, that are known or unknown, that know all about themselves, that don't know all about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are there, so just dig a little bit deeper and bring your greatness to the forefront, because the world awaits you, and the world will definitely be a better place with you on your throne. Peace. Not on your cross, though. Alright?
Peace, family. Urging all my viewers and subscribers.
I'm just trying to help them get the truth out. And the truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. Y'all should realize now that we were born into a lot of bullshit. Now that you know it's bullshit, you gotta change the shit that you know that's bullshit into the real shit that it is, the true shit. That's all I got. Like erase the rest of them. Let's go. Off to see the real one supposed to do. Exactly what this shit is. Fucking Wizard of Oz perpetrated big lie, gumbo bowl of bullshit. The bottom feeders that you eating in the bottom of the gumbo eat on dead bodies that's thrown into the ocean. So to just be eating something that lives is a no-no. If you really know the loving divine creator, but you don't know. You believe in God and Jesus bullshit. That's why you so fucking stuck on stupid and won't be straight in this shit. Because you know straight gonna show that you've been stupid a long time. But think of it. Coming from the divine. Straight from your mind, your body, your heart, your soul. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. And you're gonna get a lot of pain out of knowing not the truth. I'll say again, no pain, no gain. But you need to know the truth for you. Or you're gonna believe all this bullshit with the God and the Jesus bullshit. Cause I see just like I mean it in this shit. Holocaust did happen. Slavery did happen. Hiroshima did happen. See, the reason why I say Holocaust did happen, because they didn't show all the bodies of the black people, but they did show all the bodies of those white people. I'll say it again. They never showed all the bodies of those black people, but in the Holocaust, they did show the body of their white people. But at the end of the day, people, we just heart pumping, blood, loving. If you got love coming from your heart, which is the creator, people. So you can create out your heart with hate, but just know what goes around comes around back to the one that put the thing down. Especially when you come from your heart with it. Your hell is what you're going to suffer from. What you do dirty to anyone. It is the dirt that's going to come back to be shoveled on you. I love knowing the truth. I love helping people get the truth. Because I'm like you said, I just want you to know the truth for you. So I lost a lot of money on that transfer. Wow. 10%. Damn, boy. Oh my fuck up.
Merriweather Security Consulting. How can I help? Thank you. A helicopter is on its way.
Okay, we did it. That one's going on the balance sheet for next quarter.
I'm landing. Stay clear of the blades.
All right. Get out. Get out.
Where are we going? Come on, get back in!
Oh, wow, killing me, getting my own spot out. Good call. Stop fucking over.
Roger that. Uh-oh. That's not meant to be flashing.
But we're not Richard Reed. We're not Stretch Plastic Man. We're not reaching tonight.
I really enjoy talking to you.
December 13th, when Donald Trump, who is astrological sign of Gemini, met with Kanye West, who is an astrological sign of Gemini. They met at the Trump Towers. The super moon is in Gemini on the same day. What are the properties of the super moon?
What a beautiful view!
Blue Pill did a monumental groundbreaking lecture at Nicholas. Shout out to Joel and Monique. Their new location is in Restoration in Bed-Stuy.
Almost there. Get ready to exit the helicopter.
Right now. Funny how the ancestors are lining everything up. Shout out
we
to
have
Q
reached the
Butter,
destination.
who's also right down the block on Thomas Boylan. And
was it something I said?
The blood moonologues, she gave you the significance of the blood moons and the rituals that have been taking place. Don't take our word for it. Just go ahead and watch his lecture. You're selling it? Is it for sale? Yeah. So this moon is about communication. This moon is about getting together with other people of your same frequency and energy. And this moon is about the culmination of pent up emotions and feelings. And if that nigga didn't have pent up emotions about Donald Trump, he stopped his fucking show in mid. He was cooking. He had a packed show. He stopped it in the middle of the show to speak about his adoration and his wanting or his yearning to be next to Donald Trump, his fellow Gemini, so they could combine forces. That's the last we heard of him.
Then he got rendition, and the next time we seen him, he had a blonde poof.
Anything you need, boss.
Like Donald Trump. Okay?
Blue, what do you mean by he got rendition? You gotta elaborate on that.
When I say he got rendition, I mean that they say that the man was sleep deprived and he was exhausted, but he was at his trainer's house. Okay? And he was on tour. So the fact that the trainer put the call in, right, and he used the code word Jim Jones, okay, and they came and they got his ass and they restrained him and they took him out on a stretcher with restraints.
With SWAT team looking members. Somebody sent me a pic of that. The SWATs came and got his ass.
He didn't voluntarily go. He didn't voluntarily go. They scooped his ass and they sent him to the same hospital they sent Michael Jackson to. Okay? Wow. So they renditioned him.
What can I do for you?
They
As soon
renditioned
as
him.
you've decided, I'll get the Pegasus
All right?
rep
And they
to prepare
updated
the
his
vehicle.
motherfucking chip and his programming. And next time you see him, his face was
it's on the way
bloated.
to the helipad.
He don't have no motherfucking soul in his eyes. You can look in his eyes, and he show up at a Rick Owens event. If anybody, you can Google Rick Owens. You can see all of the motherfucking occult situations.
So, this car is being used in a photo shoot of some kind. Ignore the flashing lights, just get the vehicle and bring it in.
And now he's down to syllables. A man who, again, as a Gemini, as a communicator, is known for his lengthy rants. Now he's down to, right? Yeah, single syllable responses and shit.
They ain't want that nigga saying nothing like
about everybody.
Bush hate black people no more.
He will dictate his presidency from Twitter. He's not going to take advantage of the press secretary. You know what I'm saying? All that shit that Obama was doing. He's just going to tweet. And Pence is going to be the one that's going to be running the shit from the podium. You feel me? So we got this whole aspect of these Gemini aspects. Again, you got to go back. This all supermoon energy dealing with all of the fucking rituals that they was doing in that Super Bowl in Louisiana. All right, when Beyonce came out under the Gemini, when the Gemini and Jupiter aspect was hitting, and everything was being twinned during that period, when she did the ritual, when she brought out Sasha Fierce. So now you got him twinning with Trump. Twinning. You know what I'm saying? Look at their whole vernacular. Look at their whole motherfucking appearance. Where did the blonde hair come from? Who he trying to be like? You saw who he's trying to be like when he stood next to his daddy. And he got sunned on camera. Okay? He's a good guy who's talking about life. You know what I'm saying? So, Kanye West, what did Mr. West say? I'm just here to take pictures with this, you know. Family. I stated on a video with Sonetta this weekend that after his return...
Meriwether, because security is a private matter, what can I do for you? An air team is on its way to you.
Psychoanalysis and being a victim of the psychiatric big industry. You're talking psychotropics. We're talking psychotropics. Me and Blue have a personal vendetta against the quote-unquote big pharma and the malpractices that take place inside of what is...
We are here to help. Latest whoever's giving you trouble.
Our grandmother, Cecily Nesbitt, my mother's mother, we witnessed for 10 years the effect of psychotropic drugs and how it can compromise. I mean, I feel like I don't want to break down the camera, but how it can compromise someone's psyche and turn them into somebody who you don't know. So this is personal with us. When I saw them take our brother and what I know that they can do to him just with a few pills, family, understand what we're trying to explain to you. And then when you do the further research on some of the plans that are being laid out on how they're going to deal with some of the people that are outspoken, how they dealt with some of our brothers and sisters that are political prisoners, the Sundiatas of the world. Alfred Widow, I think the brothers call it Angola 3, 44 years in the box. That's how they do your political prisoners. 44 years in the box. All right? Columbia University is setting up an entire institution on the west side of Harlem, 125th Street, where they're going to be doing neural implants in the brains of people for behavior modification. They're going to be going inside of the brains of test subjects. They're not even using psychotropics at this point. They're going to be putting implants in the brains of melanated electrodes in the brains of melanated people as test subjects right in our beautiful hometown of Harlem. This is about to take place right now, okay? Columbia University is finalizing the infrastructure to do this on a mass scale. They're going to use everyone from the projects that's dealing with drugs, okay? And that's going to be the test subjects that they initially put the, their funding into so they can make it an expansive project. All of the TV shows that you see right now, from Westworld to Black Mirror to all of them shits. What's another one of them joints called? Incorporated, Humans. All of them is dealing with what? The manipulation of consciousness by way of the fucking with your brain. Going in your head. You know what I'm saying? Randall's Island as well. You can see the zombies on 125th in Lexington. So, the PSYOPs, or the program that's being initiated by New York City's health department, is the fact that there is an island. Research it, please go to Google, put in Ward's Island, keyword wars for all of our Moors out there. Do the etymology and explain to the people.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
They have Ward's Island, which is directly off of,
it's on the way.
5 minutes or 10 minutes away from Harlem. It's an island directly off of Harlem next to Governor's Island. And they also have Randall's Island. This is an island that is reminiscent. If New York City is deemed as Gotham City, then Randall's Island is the arcane asylum because it is an island 5 minutes, directly 5 minutes away from Harlem on the east side, that is an island dedicated to black men and black women and people of color that have mental health issues. It is a fucking, it's a mental institution island. And then we got Rikers Island, this in Queens, that house people who are mentally insane, but the criminals of New York City. This is one of the biggest facilities on the in North America dealing with inmates on a county level, because Rikers Island is a county jail, but inside of Rikers Island you have mental health facilities where they're doing projects, they're doing all kind of tests, and they are manipulating people's mental health through psychiatric evaluations, through lobotomy, through psychotropics, and then they're releasing them on the public. So what I'm saying is, in Ward's Island, I just told you Rikers Island, those are people who committed crimes, but on Ward's Island, you're not a criminal according to your, according to the law, but you're mentally insane. This is an asylum, every single day, like clockwork. They bring those people right on 125th Street and Lexington and unleash them. These are your K2 smokers. These are some of your dope fiends. These are your rapists. These are your predators. These are some of the people who are panhandlers. These are some of the people who have been beating up elderly people in the neighborhood and I mean, go on for days and not necessarily negating the whole population of our brothers and sisters with mental health. I'm not going to blanket over y'all, because some of y'all have intentions of doing good in life. Some of y'all are upstanding citizens, but the majority of the mental health patients in New York City, them niggas are crazy. They are seen as the walking dead. They are the useless eaters, and what they're doing in quote unquote the society is they're creating a level of what's the best word that I could say, because sometimes I say desensitization. Normalization. So you're going to have a lack of empathy. You have a lack of sympathy. Keep in mind, it's strategically planned on 125th Street because the Metro North is 1 block away. So the majority of the Europeans who work on Wall Street, court systems, board of education, corporate America, and anything, they all live upstate New York. That's where Europeans are putting power. All you Hillary Trump, all you Hillary Clinton ass niggas, that's where they live, the Bedford Hills, all you niggas all these Beyonce ass niggas, that's where they live, upstate New York. And they come into New York via Metro North. So when they get off on Metro North, they have to go past the methadone zombies. They watched Night of the Living Dead before, or they watched Fear of the Living Dead. They binged on the Living Dead series on TBS. Then the next day, when they got off the train, they see the actual Living Dead. So then they go about their lives, and they go about their businesses, and they go into corporate America, and they go to dictate policy. And how the hell do you think policy is being dictated towards your people? They couldn't do, because the way that shit is set up, they gotta walk past living dead people.
Experience is the master teacher, and if you live long enough, you live to see somebody who thought was wrong. Oh, this nigga's crazy. Damn, this nigga's stupid. He made a move, and the move ended up being the right move. So after he made the move, you say to yourself, that nigga had it right. Yo, that crazy, that nigga, we on to something. Do you ever look at, when you look at Kanye West, or you look at some of the celebrities that make their moves, whether it be the government, president, or whatever, do you ever say to yourself, you know what, because of my experience in life, this shit might be a chess move. It might be a chess move that 90% of the population can't understand, but because I seen this shit happen before, with Ray Ray, who had no motherfucking problem common sense, when he made a move that nobody understood, and it worked out for his benefit, I kind of get it. I kind of get it, and I kind of know where he's going with this. Is it like this with Kanye, or am I stretching? Please talk to me. I
think Kanye West is, we can say that he's a creative genius. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that we can clearly observe the situation to say Kanye West is in over his head. Kanye West has been cooked for a long time. And we just ignored it. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to his music, you can tell that Kanye West is being cooked. But there's this whole aspect of a society where we are in love with train wrecks. You know what I'm saying? We're in love with train wrecks. So the people were able to pretty much, what's the word that I'm looking for? They were, what's this word that I'm looking for? That they were enabling this nigga's craziness. Okay? They was enablers of his craziness until he got designated by the societal aspects of mainstream media, right? Who are just like your doctors in white coats. So if mainstream media says, look, this nigga's officially crazy. Okay? The fake news people painted this nigga crazy, right? Same way that they call Michael Jackson Wacko Jacko, and they finished him. It's the same thing. We've seen this script happen before. Okay? Assassination. Elizabeth Taylor, right? Elizabeth Taylor had to back away from him, right? Princess Diana had to back away from him before she got bodied. It's the same thing with Kanye West. Kim Kardashian is backing away from him, right? So he serves as a viable tool when he's useful. Now that run is up, because he threw rocks at the throne. Can't use you no more. You know what I'm saying? You've seen too much, you know too much. You gotta go. Now we gotta label you crazy. So now the extermination is beginning. Assassination, the character assassination has already set in. So we give the brother what? A 2-year timeline. We seen it with ODB when he came home. Outside of the mental institution. He threw rocks at the throne. Okay? When he was telling Bush and look, my grandfather, great-grandfather was Chief Puppy, okay? And what? As a Shinnecock Indian, he said what? They own Manhattan. Y'all jerked them. Y'all took Manhattan and this, that, and the other, and shout out to Miss Cherry and everything. She verified all of that. He's a descendant of the Shinnecock, and he knew his history. He was talking that calm talk on camera, but you don't be talking on camera. Okay? He went to the mental institution. He was locked up in Clinton. Right? Malcolm X's grandson was telling me that he used to walk around with Clinton with shit smeared on him. Okay? So he was certified cuckoo when he was up there. Alright? And when he came out of that institution, what did you see? His face was bloated. Same way that you see Kanye. And his face bloated. They hitting him with the elephant juice. Anybody that's been locked up with niggas on Thorazine, okay, you know what the fuck that is, man. I know what it is. You get bloated, okay? Your cognition is off. Like I said, his words are very slow. They're very few, okay? 6 months, bro. I give him 6 months. You feel me? Unfortunately. I'm just saying.
Hold on. What's the new? Hold on. What's the new hashtag? 2024. This nigga's new hashtag for president is 2024. That's what he was tweeting today. Pull up, go on your phone and pull up Kanye's tweets. I said, it's all on 44. I don't need to look it up. I understand what I'm looking at. You understand? Y'all don't. I'm trying to give you his character. So even when it comes back to him and this whole aspect, like I said, of him twinning himself with this energy, you know what I mean? What sort of situations, like you said, can we get the minutes from these meetings? What sort of compromise
all these people having, because Kanye West represents presidential politics. I told you that on this channel before. The brother's from Chicago, okay? He ethered Bush and made a way for Obama to come, right? Obama was the first hip-hop president, okay? He vicariously made that possible. He was on the scene making Chicago what Chicago was before Obama came in, all right? Yes, George Bush said, look, this was the worst motherfucking incident that I had in my presidency. He didn't say Iraq, he didn't say 9/11, he didn't say Katrina, he said Kanye, okay? And then Bush said that, and the first sitting president ever to call somebody a jackass was Obama about Kanye, because of his ritual that he performed on September 13th, 13 years after the death of our brother Tupac Shakur, okay? And that was never even mentioned at that motherfucking MTV award. They used him and they used everyone else on that stage to do a mass ritual, okay? Explain what award that was with Jack Black. That's the one with Taylor Swift. That's the one with Lady Gaga covered up. She had meat covered up all on her and blood. That's the one where Beyonce came out in a red dress and the red shoes and presented the award to Taylor Swift all in all red. That was the most satanic, ritualistic MTV awards ever. And like Blue said, it was 13 years to Tupac's death anniversary on September 13th. That's when they was super cooking in that award show right there. That's the war with Madonna kissed 100 lesbians. Huh? It was cooking. These motherfuckers was spirit cooking. So like Blue said, with your boy Kanye, okay? He's been compromised. He's a rat, all right? That's the end of an era. Hold on. That's the end of an era because Trump George Bush couldn't stop Kanye. Trump stopped that nigga. He ain't even in office yet. He punked his ass. He ain't even in office yet. That's all I saw when he was downstairs with him. Like, he's a good guy. This is my guy. This is my boy. He was sitting on my lap. His lap dancers were great. Keep in mind, go look at the what is that, Famous? The video? Remember the Famous video? Donald Trump is in the bed. Kanye is in the bed. His Swiss is in the bed. Taylor Swift is in the bed. Bill Cosby's in the bed. Ray J's in the bed. Amber Rose is in the bed. That's the Famous video. Okay? So, how many people came out of psychiatric evaluation of our black people and got blonde hair? Wasn't it Chris Brown? How many of these niggas can we pull up? This is homework for the audience right now. How many of them come out of this Monarch programming where they bone you and create all of these altars and create, like Blue was saying or Rich was saying earlier, he gets donations from people in Hollywood. I got a phone call the other day. One of my peoples was out there on 25th. I don't go on 25th anymore. If anybody knows my activities in Harlem, I only come out on Saturdays. Because ever since they put that camera up there, I've been falling back, dealing with orders, dealing with business. We've been doing shit like this in back caves. I will never come on 25th again to do what it is that we do, knowing that we got surveillance right above us. So we came out on 125th Street to meet the God because they had to, you know, they wanted to meet me and you because they know us from the Jackie era.
Okay, after what we've put into this one, we don't want it to go wrong. Take the car to the sale, and if another crew comes after it, do everything you can to stop them.
The brothers and sisters out there behind y'all, and they're rooting for y'all because you brothers are saying what they can't say. You brothers are exposing a level of wizardry and witchcraft and breaking that's taking place in the Hollywood Hills that they're tired of wasting out. They're tired of selling their ass. They're tired of selling their soul in order to move forward. And you brothers are saying things that they can't say because they're contracted. Because if you say certain things based on oaths and based on contracts, you can get your tongues cut out. You understand? You could get your tongues cut out. So she was applauding our efforts. She was applauding our courage, our bravery, and all kind of other things. I was like, all right, that's what's up. You know what I mean? We just doing what the fuck we gotta do and whatever. You know what I mean? Just tell the brothers who are watching from Hollywood if they feel like this is something that it is that they want to support that. Get behind it because that's what it is that we do. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm only saying that to say that the information is definitely something that our brothers and our sisters who are both going into Hollywood and that are already there really need to consider. Like, this is nothing personal.
I bet you'd be ready to use that the second
and
you
this
get
is
out
to
the
show
door.
you that you may be walking into rooms and you may be walking into a reality, or you may be walking into a whole situation that you thought this shit was The Voice, you thought it was American Idol. It's not that. It is not that. It's maybe that at the first day, it may be that at Smoke and Mirrors, that shit may be that when you in the reception room. But you go behind those closed doors and they close the doors on your ass. It's not that. It's everything that Corey Feldman was saying. It's everything that Rosenbaum has been saying. It's everything that Dave Chappelle has been saying. It's everything that Denzel Washington is saying. It's everything that all of the people who are trying to speak to you, and the whistleblowers, they can't speak to you with, they can't blatantly come out and say certain things. Yeah, they cannot give it to you like this. We don't have any ties. We don't have any contracts. We don't have any fucking friends. You know what I mean? We're not compromised.
I'm in the hills in California, but it ain't the Hollywood Hills, goddammit. Alright? So we ain't got that, but let's just go back to these 44s real quick, because I need to prime the people for this next lecture. So the spirit that governs, right, the archangel, should we say, that governs Gemini, give me L, 44, alright? The supermoon, last supermoon of the year, is this particular supermoon. And we don't just want to give you this information where you are caught up in the rapture of how other people are using it. You can use it too, all right? So this is a particular supermoon that aids and abets your communication. It aids and abets also the positive aspects of Gemini. The twins, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with Mercury, communication, all right? You definitely want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? You want to look up what the attributes of this supermoon are and how you can tap into it. I'm posting pictures that I captured yesterday when I was up in the mountains. Like, this is an amazing moon. It's a powerful energy. Of course, the people that know how to utilize moon energy, they're going to take advantage of it, right? So, boom, Jim Brown, like I said, 44. Ray Lewis, I will explain that shit very clearly once I lay the Super Bowl ritual out, how it applies to Kaepernick and Ray Lewis in the Super Bowl that they participated in New Orleans when the lights went out at 13:22, and Beyonce and all of that shit that came back in San Francisco this last Super Bowl, okay?
A 44 student body. At this point, those that are out there, the student bodies, the ones who caught the live stream that he did for the Blood Monologues, the ones that caught When in Rome, the ones that caught the Law 44 lecture, the Sodom of Everything, the ones who caught the Fear of a Black Messiah 1 and 2. Give this man his props. Please line that shit up, because everything that he was saying today on the Gemini moon, what's his name? Ray Lewis, Jim Brown, Omarosa, Kanye West, all of these Law 44 resonators. He broke this shit down in his lecture. There's 44 million black people in America right now. It could have been any one of these niggas that showed up at Trump Tower. Why them?
And of course, like we told you, Trump is the 44th sitting president. He's the 44th man lined up to occupy that office, because Grover Cleveland occupied the 22nd and the 24th. So Obama is the bootleg 44. Trump is the real one. He's going to utilize the energy. He's cannibalizing him.
Same way that he's cannibalized Kanye, because Kanye is the carrier of that 44 energy. But I told you in that 44, I've been told you in the Silver Dark Planet lecture that Kanye has passed the torch to, I did that in 2010, I think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in Atlanta with Professor Griff, where we say that Kanye West representing, right, Ursa Minor, the little bear, okay, the constellation that we know as Polaris, okay, the precession of the equinox, to Draco, and of course the energy of Kanye has to go to Drake. So Kanye has to be destroyed. Kanye has to, that star has to burn out, because it's a constellation play. We're looking at actual stars. We're looking at a planetary play. We're looking at something cosmic. It's not just a physical, you know, it plays out in the physical realm, but these are cosmic stories that are taking place in real time. All right? And it's all precipitated under this particular number 44. And like I said, I'm going to have to give you an updated version of this lecture before, okay, this presidency kicks in. Because last time that we did it on Halloween, Brooklyn Nicholas. If anybody has been downtown, anybody has been downtown Brooklyn or in Fulton Avenue, all you see throughout the entire downtown is tesseracts. Everywhere that you go, all you see is tesseracts. They got the whole Christmas celebration shit laid out with tesseracts. And down Fulton Avenue, you see squares and motherfucking triangles and circles. That's all you see. All of that, again, is a report, as a result of the terraforming information that was displayed that day at Brooklyn Nicholas. If you don't understand quantum world, don't understand quantum physics, what I'm saying is going to sound spooky and crazy to you. I just came from a mountain where, like I said, the people that participated from this channel will tell you that they seen the mothership, they'll tell you they seen gnomes, they'll tell you they seen motherfuckers coming out of the forest, they seen all types of shit. So I'm past the point of trying to convince you niggas that there's something that exists that you don't know about. You need to get the fuck up out the matrix, out of this false reality, and get into some real shit. And start learning quantum. We introduced a concept to this channel a year ago, and it was called intertanglement. Dealing with quantum entanglement. We call it intertanglement. So all of this shit that we're talking about with these artists and these athletes, right, popping up on this particular day, dealing with this energy, okay, and how one particular person has so much energy coalescing around them. We're dealing with intertanglement in the quantum parlance, but we call it intertanglement, okay, because these are entertainers, and everybody that's participating and looking at it as if it's entertainment. No, the joke's on you. You know what I'm saying? You're being normalized. You're being affected in a way in which you can't motherfucking make sense of. So you need to go to YouTube and look at hypernormalization. It's a documentary that came out. Find it on YouTube. Hypernormalization. It will make a lot of what we're saying seem a lot more real. Because they go all the way in. Alright? They go all the way in. Hypernormalization is from the same director that did the Century of Sound. Dealing with Edward Bernays. Always serious. Going all the way up. Bars. Go on YouTube and research Yuri Alexandrovich. Demoralization, destabilization, insurgency, normalization. This article has been shared on multiple platforms by multiple Neanderthals. It was trending from the 80s onward. When I went and searched it on Google, it was trending. The shit was moving around. This amazing interview was done back in 1985 with a former KGB agent who was trained in subversion techniques. He explains the 4 basic steps to socially engineering entire generations into thinking and behaving the ways those in power want them to. It's shocking because our nation has been transformed in the exact same way and follow the exact same steps. That's demoralization, destabilization, insurgency, and normalization. Just put that in Google, okay? You will begin to find what it is that I'm talking about. That will be in the Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah Part 3 that we're going to be doing in Norfolk, Virginia in January. I'll explain this in detail. As a matter of fact, Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah Part 4 in Norfolk, Virginia. We're doing Part 3 right here at the UGR.
There is one on its way to you now.
Hold up. Facts. Law 44.
Okay, we did it. That one's going on the balance sheet for next quarter.
Live at Blackamoor Studios. Black Magic 363 Studios. I just renaming shit and all that. We're live at Black Magic 363 Studios. I think we're gonna bring 30 RSVP, 20 to 30 special guests from special invited guests. We're picking from our 100,000 plus membership. There are those of us now. Ruby said.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard. That's too hard. That's too hard. Oh, yeah. Let's see what's happening with Kanye West. What's happening with you, Kanye West? Huh? Kanye West. That's all we're doing. I'm just, as they say, sharing the truth. Is the truth, period. Truck out of bullshit. And that's what people talk about.
Where are we heading?
Right there.
All right, I'll get you there.
Two people basically talking about what's going on with Kanye West.
Honey, the dead has risen. I said, look at your neighbor and say the dead has arose. Oh, Shia, motherfucker. The dead has rose. Oh, somebody look at your neighbor and say she finna bring it tonight. I said somebody look at your neighbor and say she finna bring it tonight. That's all right. That's all right. We gonna bring it tonight the way we want to bring it. Is that all right? Well, that's all right. Honey, the dead has risen. I said, look at your neighbor and say the dead has arose.
The dead has arose?
Shia, motherfucker.
As I was a hundred of these bitches.
Honey, Kanye West, when they took him against his will, let's say it for what it is. When they took him against his will, honey, some things was done with his head. He already dead. The body sacrifice ain't been made yet. Well, we see him in a casket, and they announced that he's dead. But that will take place. But guess what? He's already dead.
He already did.
Once you take my mind away from me.
Yep.
Once I'm not able to think on my own.
Yep.
Once I don't understand my thoughts.
Yep.
I'm not me anymore.
You ain't.
Oh my God. I said I'm not me anymore.
You're not that guy that bullshit neither.
It done took Kanye and placed something over his mind. He is already dead.
Yeah,
a dead man walking. But the sacrifice of his body has not taken place yet. Oh, come on now. You meant to tell me he was just in that hospital, laying on a motherfucking bed sipping tea. Oh, I think when I get out of the hospital, I think I just want to dye my hair blonde. Hell no. Hell no, that makes you think though. Oh, that'll make you think, huh? We know he ain't dyed his hair himself. So who dyed your hair? Your hair.
This is my boy. This is my boy.
Who dyed your hair? Who had their hands in your head? On your head?
Your wife.
Oh my, let's break it down. Let's break it down. When somebody gets a piece of your hair, when somebody gets your blood, when somebody gets your panties, your underwear that you have worn, don't you know that shit can be placed upon you? Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me. Oh, but guess what? That's all right. You ain't got the belief. I know. And it's other people who know too. Once they got your hair, they got you.
They can have my hair. They can't take my
Kanye
will.
West ain't Kanye West no more.
My will.
He's already dead, but the sacrifice hasn't taken place yet. I don't know if y'all paid attention Kim Kardashian and them Kardashian sisters. They said we need more energy.
Yep. Like
male
butter.
energy.
Like butter. Like
He
butter.
said we need more male energy. Everybody done been with them. Look at Lamar Odom. Done sucked the motherfucking life out of this motherfucker. These motherfuckers done learn how to deal with energy. And suck the life out of Lamar Odom. See, he finna fire the fuck up. Suck the energy. Suck the energy. Once I got the energy, it replenishes me. Once I got the energy, it does something to me. Haha. I know how to deal with that energy right. Look at Kanye West. Suck the energy. Suck the energy. Suck the energy out of me. Replenish her motherfucking ass back up. What is going on here? He done sat there and met up with Donald Trump's ass. Honey, they playing us just like they playing with his head. They trying to play with our heads too. Cause you know what, they see us talking on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they see what's being said. So they playing games too.
Cause they definitely want Kanye. They definitely want Kanye West to wake the people up. They definitely want that boy to wake the world up. They definitely want him speaking like he was serious when he was on that stage, and they knew that they had to shut that nigga up.
Kanye West. So he wasn't Kanye West. Donald Trump man sitting there talking to him like he Kanye what? Kanye West, yeah, motherfucker. Y'all know y'all done fucked his head the fuck up.
Y'all done fucked him up too.
They're planning something with him. And then when the plan has succeeded, and they don't need him anymore, off your ass, go off with your head. Off with your motherfucking head. That's how they play your ass. Off with his head. Lamar Odom. Off with his head. We got the energy. Your energy gone. It ain't in you no more. Send somebody else using your energy against your motherfucking ass. These motherfuckers sitting here laughing. Cracking the fuck up laughing. Do shit on purpose to make motherfuckers go crazy. And they sit back laughing and shit. Look what we did to this chip.
Yep.
Oh, you see how he's acting? Yeah, motherfucker. Can't nobody else see that shit though, but I know. I realize the real lies, motherfucker. Check it out. I said I realize the real lies. I ain't talking fast. I'm talking slow.
Yeah.
So I understand the facts.
Yeah.
Now, she wanna divorce the motherfucker. Well, I bet you do after you done sucked the motherfucking energy out of this motherfucker. Shit, you don't need him no more. On to the next. Now this motherfucker talking to another basketball player. Or to another motherfucker who got money. It's another athlete. Whoever she fucks with. I can't even keep the fuck up. Damn. Okay. Check it out. He trying to get custody of his kids. They making them seem crazy. Do you think in their right man they gonna sit there and be, oh yeah, Kanye, you can have custody of these kids? Yeah, motherfucking right. They painting a picture so we can believe the picture. Shit, that motherfucker will be surprised to even get visits to see his kids when the shit hit the fan. I said that motherfucker will be surprised to be able to even see his kids when the shit really hit the fan. Because it's gonna get ugly before it get beautiful. Catch that. Catch that. You gotta understand. Kanye West done set himself up for danger.
Not a problem.
And he knew it when he first got hooked up with Jay-Z.
A word of warning, partner. The ID business is at maximum capacity. So you'll need to unload some bogus documents before you can print any more, or, like, Make a profit, okay? Comprende? Sell something. LJT out.
We see what's going on. Before they kill his ass and take his body out, they have to take his mind the fuck out. So we gotta get his mind first. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We know now he got to have some type of handler if he ain't had one already. Okay, like, well, we gotta watch this motherfucker. Shit. But the way his head is, he might just go into a malfunction and start talking all types of shit. And then we have to do a thorough motherfucking
cleansing.
Thorough ass motherfucking shit on his head.
Cleansing.
Fuck that.
It cleansed that nigga.
No motherfucking time for this motherfucking shit just glitching and going fucking crazy.
We don't need this nigga going off.
They done fucked his head.
And fucked him off.
When they take him out, they have to fuck his head.
They have to fuck him up.
Kanye ain't Kanye. The Kanye that we gonna be seeing for a little while.
Gonna be that Kanye.
That ain't him. I said that's not him.
That's gonna be that Kanye.
And I'm gonna leave it right there. Because I don't even need to talk about the situation no more. I done talked about it in my other videos and told y'all what it is. He is due for a sacrifice. And notice how before somebody gets sacrificed, the couples always break up or I have to just leave. I have to leave. Pay attention to that.
To that.
Because one of them motherfuckers is gonna leave. Somehow we gotta get a divorce or we just broke up. Uh-oh. Be careful when you see that. Because one of them motherfuckers is gonna leave already.
And what killed me with y'all this copyright bullshit is I've been checking out how y'all do shit. Y'all do some fucked up shit to people. So we're gonna say something a little bit about this Snoop shit. I'm just like I say, I just like spreading shit and hearing other people's voices. And I can do this.
Well, who is in the spotlight tonight? I said, who is in the spotlight tonight? Snoop Doggy Dogg is in the spotlight tonight. Well, we're going to jump right into it because that's how we do it up over here. Look at your neighbor and say betrayal. 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 Y'all better believe Snoop Doggy Dogg knew some shit. It's always the ones that's in your face, smiling in your face, grinning in your face, rubbing your back, telling you how good you is. Be the same motherfucker that set your ass up. I say be the same motherfucker that set your ass up. Watch. That's why you gotta become a motherfucking watcher. Watch. Become the watcher. Become the motherfucking knower. Got to know the motherfuckers around you. Watch those motherfuckers around you. I meant to tell me Snoop Dogg ain't have his hand in some of this shit about Ricky Harris. You meant to tell me Snoop Dogg ain't have his hand in some shit about Ricky Harris's death or he didn't know about it. Well, if you ask me, I think he knew about the sacrifice. He knew the sacrifice was going to have to happen. He's sitting there smiling in his face. That's how they do. Oh yeah, everything all good, man. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. Now that cousin of his, Ricky, what's his name? Ricky Harris's cousin. You think he just gonna start a fight like that in a funeral for nothing? Don't go down like that. If I get beef with him, I'm gonna take it out on the motherfucking streets and we gonna handle it. Let me tell you what's going on here. Let me tell you what I think. Because when I looked at the situation, I called it for what I see. And y'all know I'm a motherfucking seer. Okay? And what's going on is that cousin talk to Ricky Harris. Okay? When you got a cousin and y'all close, me and my cousin, we're very close. Honey, me and my fairy cousin, we are very close. We talk about it all. Okay? I tell this motherfucker everything. The motherfucker know my whole life story almost. And I know his, because we close like that. So when you got a cousin, you can confide in them. You can tell them things that you know they ain't going to tell nobody else. You know, y'all just close like that. Y'all have conversations like that y'all might not have with nobody else, okay? So I'm believing that Ricky Harris's cousin and him had private conversations about shit going on in the game. When I say the game, I'm talking about the industry and the people in the industry and the people in the game, okay? I'm believing his cousin told him something specific.
Give me a holler back,
about
though, when you get a
Snoop
chance. 1-1.
Trying to take him the fuck out. And then it happened. So what we see at the motherfucking funeral, when we seen the motherfuckers fighting and shit at the funeral, that's when the shit took place. The cousin probably said to himself, look, I ain't gonna be able to get this motherfucker out nowhere else, so I might as well get him right here. If that's the case, no, I don't blame. You can say what the fuck you want to say, because I probably would have did the same damn thing. Because in my head, I would have been thinking, I can't just get this motherfucker out on the streets. But if he's sitting in my cousin's funeral, I'm able to bash this motherfucker's head in while I got a chance to do it. So hell no, I don't blame him for doing it. And I know everybody, oh, he acting out real radish up in a funeral. He probably didn't have a fucking choice. That was his only chance to do what he had to do. Snoop Dogg sitting his motherfucking ass up there. Like he ain't know shit. Like he don't know nothing. Like he one of the 3 blind mices. Huh, motherfucker, your hands is dirty. You know some shit. Snoop Dogg knows some motherfucking shit. And his cousin probably was looking, bitch, you got the audacity to walk your motherfucking ass in my cousin's funeral? Knowing that you was part of this shit? Part of the setup? Knew about the setup? And then you gonna walk your ass in here? Not in front of my motherfucking face, you want to. I said not in front of mine.
Now, this is entertaining to me. This is not me telling the truth about the truth. Is the truth, not what the truth, period. So help me love more, to love people and care more for people that don't care about themselves. I'm just saying.
That we ain't seen. It's something that just ain't placed in front of our faces out in the open. That's why things are called riddles. You can't read between the lines on no riddle. You got to find the pieces and place them together to figure out the motherfucking riddle. Okay? His cousin was probably feeling hurt.
Okay, not a problem.
Ricky Harris probably shared some things with him. And he probably told him like Snoop Dogg know what's going on, or he part of having me set up. You just don't know. He probably gave it to his cousin like that. So his cousin, not thinking or even thinking, but saying, guess what? This is my only chance. So I got to try to beat this motherfucker's ass right here. To let him know through my actions.
His motherfucker head right here.
Yeah, motherfucker, I know what you did.
But that ain't the way to do it, though.
What the fuck you did, and we don't know. We probably hear some shit come out later from the cousin. Like, yeah, Snoop Dogg, a dirty motherfucker. He was part of having my cousin sacrifice, because we know it's a sacrifice. We know it's a sacrifice. And you all, how you know? Motherfucker, because how the shit went down. How the shit went down. We know it's a sacrifice. Okay? See, Snoop Dogg, we gotta understand this motherfucker, he already gone. His soul has already been bought. When he did that motherfucking video, murder was the case.
Yeah.
Many of you didn't know it. Okay, but if you didn't know it, I'm gonna bring it to you tonight. When he did the video, murder was the case. I'm gonna break it down. What happened is, to make it real short and sweet for y'all, Snoop Dogg sold his soul to get to the place where he is now. Okay? And some people don't believe that type of shit goes down. But you gotta understand, that shit goes down. These celebrities that ain't in the game no more and trying to get out, they ain't just talking shit. These motherfuckers is exposing shit for what it is. I said they exposing shit for what it is.
Hey, LJT here. There's a bottleneck at the mint, so you'll have to unload some fake bills before you can print any more. Stop watching the currency markets and sell, sell, sell. It's as good a time as any other.
Do something to you. See, this the thing. This the thing. These movies, they ain't just movies. They telling us the truth in these movies. Okay? By the food you eat, they invite you out to a party. Yeah, you've been doing so good with the comedians. Your manager, be the ones close to you. The ones you think you're friends. Oh, come on, we having this little dinner party. We want you to come on out. And then what are they doing? In a dinner party, you gonna do what? You gonna eat. They serving you wine, water, whatever you want to drink, whatever foods you want to eat. You better be careful who you eating from. Look at your neighbor and say, you better be careful who the fuck you eating from.
You better
That's why
be
I don't
careful
eat from
who the fuck you
everybody.
eating from.
Because shit can be implanted inside of that food. And when you swallow it, you don't know what the fuck going on with your body.
Here we are.
Okay? That James Bond ass shit. Well, look at them gadgets though. Look how he did that. Beware. Beware, because that type of shit is taking place. Now, it been taking place. We just wasn't aware of it. Honey, technology is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Y'all better get hit. Technology is a motherfucker. Now they talking about how they implant chips in medicine. What the fuck? We don't know how. He was probably got Ricky Harris. We don't know. We don't know, but we know he was got. Something happened. And what we also know is Snoop Dogg's ass knows some shit about it.
There's the
I said Snoop Dogg's ass knows something about it.
How can I help you?
So, hey,
What vehicle should
don't
I
be
tell them you want?
surprised if you hear the
How do
cousin
you
come
choose
out
between your
and he
children?
starts spilling the beans.
Keep your blood sugar up.
Okay? Don't
When
be
you finish
surprised.
what
But
you've got, I'll give you some more.
remember,
Are you
your
sure you
shit
need more
always
snacks?
catches up with you
Looks like your pockets are full.
when you least
When you finish what you've
motherfucking
got, I'll give you
expect
some
it.
more.
We out.
I like that. Whatever she got to say. Let's see if she got something else to say. Oh, she about to talk
The
about
spotlight
T.I.
tonight. I said, who is in the motherfucking spotlight tonight? Let's shout it out. Let's shout it out. T.I. and Tiny is in the motherfucking spotlight tonight. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. We jumps right into it over here. Y'all know how we do it. Jumps right on into it. Now, put something on your mind. Put something on your brain for me. One good time. I want you to think about this. Honey, T.I. been cheating on Tiny for all these years.
Hi there.
Okay?
What can I do for you?
Cheating on her
Let
for
me know
all
what you
these
want,
years.
and I'll tell the Pegasus
Now
people
all
to
of a
get it
sudden
ready.
this year,
Sure.
she wants
It's
to
on the
leave.
way to the
Some people
helipad.
be like, oh, well, she couldn't take it no more, so she had to leave. Or ancestor said, oh, no. We better see this picture for what it really is. Because I jumped right into it over here.
Details should be with you on this car. It's parked at that location. This is straightforward enough. Let's get this one back in good shape.
For a blood sacrifice to be motherfucking made. If they were still together, T.I. would have had to take her out, or either she would have had to take T.I. out. Y'all watch. Y'all go ahead and motherfucking watch. Go ahead and watch. These motherfuckers done claim they got a divorce. Oh, they ain't together no more. They divorced. They just, they got the child. What's her name? Harris, whatever the little girl name is. Pretty little girl, by the way. We just be together, for the baby. Fuck all that shit. When you divorce, you got the motherfucking gut. I'm not gonna be seen with you out in public and this and that and that and this. Honey, watch the story. They talking about, oh yeah, they done got a divorce. These motherfuckers gonna still be around each other like they ain't even parted ways. It's a sacrifice that has to be made. They had to do what they're doing now. The divorce that we see and take place, they had to motherfucking do that. You okay? Cause T.I. don't wanna fucking sacrifice, what's her name, Tiny? And Tiny don't wanna have to sacrifice T.I. And I got to say this. I like Tiny. I really do. I like Tiny. But she is gullible. She is very gullible. I see a cowardness about Tiny. You know how certain women, they speak up and they say how they feel. They state how they feel. Okay, to a man. And we got some women who they just sit back meek and they don't open up their mouth and say nothing. Okay, then they let the man just do what he want to do, run all of them, and they shut the fuck back, shut the fuck up and just sit back. Okay, see, I'm not built like that. Okay, I'm not built like that. I love a man, and a man can love me, but you're not gonna fucking tell me what the fuck I got to do. Okay, you're not gonna own me, you're not gonna run me. I respect you, you respect me. We respect each other. That's cool, but you're not gonna fucking run me and tell me what the fuck I gotta do and when I gotta do it and this and that, and I just jump. When I look at Tiny, she just seems that she got a little cowardness in there. So she got to go to certain friends and they got to do the dirty work for her. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Because a bitch like me, I'm gonna speak the way I feel. Now I got to tell y'all, just keep y'all eyes open and y'all got to watch. Either somebody, and see, to me it's almost like a circle going, a circle. When I seen Mariah Carey, and I seen that she just divorced Nick Cannon. And then when I see Tiny, and now her and T.I.'s divorced, and then I see Tiny, and then I see Mariah Carey hanging together, it is just something fishy going on here to me. Now I don't know about to you, but I see a circle of fishiness going the fuck on. And Sister Sonia, keep your eyes open. I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's gonna be somebody. I don't know who it is. It's gonna be somebody around me. Tia, that's gonna die. It's gonna be somebody either around Tia, Tiny, Mariah Carey, or Floyd Mayweather that is gonna pass away. Y'all got to see the thing what it is. These celebrities just thinking, oh yeah, we friends, or we going to party, we going to do this. Yeah. Y'all going to party and y'all going to do this and don't even know y'all going to be set the fuck up. It's a setup going on in this motherfucker. I said it's a setup going on in the bitch. You can open up our eyes and see that motherfucking shit. And like I said, I don't know who the fuck is going to be. I'm coming to tell y'all what was given to me. The ancestor said somebody around Tia, Tiny, Mariah Carey, or Floyd Mayweather is going to die. The pieces of this puzzle is going to be placed together. But whoever it is, whoever that person is that's going to pass away, that's going to retire, the pieces of the puzzle is going to come together. So I'm going to leave it right here. But I done told y'all what it is. So y'all keep your eyes open. I don't know when. I don't know when. Honey, but the shit is going to happen. So y'all better be careful. You better be careful, Tiny, T.I., Floyd Mayweather, Mariah Carey, because the setup is going down. Okay? See, y'all might not see what I see. Okay? But I see the setup. And it's some type of setup going on that we don't know. Okay? That we're not comprehending at this time. So, I'm going to leave the story right there. But y'all keep y'all. Because honey, it's a triangle. There's some secret shit going the fuck on that we don't know. A circle of some shit. So keep y'all eyes open.
Just be helping them like a motherfucker.
There's so much corruption. So many things happen. Being honest, it's very wild when it actually comes to light. And this is why you have a he said that music is the armor of the devil. And this is why you see that most of the people that come out of the music industry in fact, they actually do some of the worst things. And they actually become some of the worst people that ever walked the face of this earth. From starting off with a man as once they enter to the stories how they used to be aided by the Shaker team, and it was aided by the Jets, aided by the devil. So you have this in the music industry. You have verses with Snoop Dogg, for example, made like items to Islam. He had a song where he actually was having a conversation with the devil, and in the middle of this song, he actually said that he sold his soul to the devil. So you have a corruption that happens in the music industry that's very different than any other entertainment. And this is why you see some of them always have some bad endings and other don't like them. This is what I'm starting to say about the music industry. It's very easy for the person around them that will actually make it from that industry. It's a very corrupt industry. And I'm gonna end it with a story about your question that happened when I first accepted the religion of Islam. It's a lady. She was friends of my cousins and the wife of my cousin.
Boy, shut my tire out.
My cousin accepted Islam and his wife accepted Islam. She came to the house and she
Like
said,
that.
right,
I saw you shoot that bitch out.
except for Islam. She said before,
Yeah.
last religion that I practiced was a religion we call Wicca or something like that, but they said it's the devil. And she said this is what she had to say. Never heard of it. I've seen Wicca. She said that she used to be in conversation with the jinns, the devils, the ghosts, and some people. And she said to the point that she would come carry her, and she would be able to see certain things that her friends was doing, and she would call her friends. And she would tell them about, I seen you do this last night, and it was very shocking. And then she said she was dating someone from the dog pound, which is where we used to hang with Snoop Dogg. And she said, when the jinn came to us, and we hear these stories of Islam, that they would come and they would give you pieces, they would break you off slowly but surely, they would pretend that they would help you, they would aid you, and eventually they would turn you something.
You're right.
Just to mention what she said, not to go into details, they asked her to do something that was very, very important. Not only the and she said ever since that day, she walked away and she stopped dealing with this religion because of the thing that it asked her to do with it. She started to investigate. She heard about the unseen and also believing in the jinns. She read about stuff describing the jinns, describing the shapes of the she instantly so you have this in this industry. It's a very corrupt industry. This is why it's very important that the Muslims should stay away from it. Extremely special guest in the studio, man. Extremely special.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know. It's on the way.
song changed from demonic to more positive songs. Some tracks even praised God and religion. If one doesn't seek the right protection from these spirits, then you'll never be safe from them. Ouija boards and occult rituals are no joke, even though many take it as fun.
Making excuses. They were just surviving. It was necessary to make a story of our
with a song about life and death.
You played that when you were calm. You played that when you were happy. You played that to chill. You played that to smoke. You played that when you heard your homie die. Music simulation. Construction as one goes into the hearts of everybody. And will come to music.
Bone Thugs in Harmony united fans around the globe with a fresh mix of heartfelt harmonies and head-spin technique.
This is like Temptations meets Run DMC meets the Ghetto Boys. Music carries a long weight for life. 5 people from the and can bring authentic struggle to hip hop.
But even as Bone Thugs transcended their roots to music, the conditions that criminal, drug abuse, and tragic turns of fate would revisit them as well.
This used to drink shit. You know, shade.
Push forward, what's gonna happen?
20.
The five teenagers came home brothers Lazy, Flesh and Bone, their cousin Wishbone, and close friend Crazy Bone, and Busy came of age together
One
in an
car
area of
fuck me.
Cleveland called Glenville on the far
I got
side
people in
of the
Korea.
American.
You came from back in Korea. Look at
Good.
where you come from. When I went to the neighborhood, that's ghetto.
The drug scene heavily impacted the inner cities and all that stuff. It can be just as crazy in the metropolitan Glenville area as it is in Manhattan, Watts, Compton. That's Cleveland for you.
And well before the future stars got to rapping about life in Glenville, they were living.
Jackson, sell some, steal some. They wasn't no stars. They were street cats.
Hustlers, struggling, dead bodies everywhere, gunshots, 38, cost you 40, 50 bucks.
Okay, looks like that one got away from us. If you want to take a pass at another vehicle, come back to the office and let's get moving.
We were standing around saying something. You know what I mean? And then, let's harmonize right here.
Picture back in the olden days when everybody be out there standing around the burning bills, cold outside, and everybody sharing knowledge. Just like that, we do the exact same thing.
And we always had a contest who could put the most words in the You know, that's how the rap starts doing eventually.
The band began when it then changed their name to Bone Enterprise. Album title, Faces of Death.
I'll never forget when I first got the picture. You know, see our faces in there, our name, and just way, but you know, it only got hard. The scene was limited, so he was like, well, we ain't gonna make it.
NWA founder and Ruthless Records owner, Eazy-E.
When we drove out there with 20 blunts at least, a couple of bucks, but it was just getting up and going.
Hello? And I can hear people like, damn.
Back in Cleveland, Bones has tracked down Eazy-E backstage after the show.
He said rap, and then Lazy Bone said it.
Everyone, retreat!
We had a song that was upon him. He was like, this is when y'all rap. The rock was y'all singing and y'all rapping and you're behind.
Soon after that, Eazy-E set up a recording date in LA with producer DJ Eazy.
And we, you know what I'm saying, was excited just trying to get in the game.
Game-changing single and video about their Glenville roots title, Rubbish Bone.
Holy shit! Mendoza's hit! Mendoza's been fucking... Attack! I'm reloading! Now get some!
That combines quick staccato rhyme style
Asshole!
with a melodic, like dark music.
Thuggish Bone shot to number 2 rap charts and transformed Bone Thugs into hometown heroes.
That was equivalent to giving me inspiration as we got the garage, and it was hard for everybody. People was at a place where they needed something, and Bone Thugs and Harmony gave them what they needed.
As Thuggish Ruggish Bone moves up the charts, Eazy-E signed Bone Thugs to a long-term deal. And once the ink was dropped, Bone Thugs released their second single, this time featuring Eazy-E and fittingly titled For the Love of Money.
That was the idea of Eazy-E. You know what I mean? He pulled that record out and said, that's something he wanted to do, something he wanted to be on.
Chorus here, when you're trying to get these Cleveland's to these songs.
For the Love became Bone Thugs' second top 10 hit. And once more they shot the video in Cleveland, with Eazy-E aboard for the ride.
We ain't never had no celebrities in the hood back then. And to bring who we used to see on TV, who we used to bump in our cars, eat to the hood.
Growing up with your childhood mentor and stuff, like we was dreaming.
We got Eazy-E on 99% clear. It don't get no better than that.
I'm looking at the news and they're like, Eazy-E has just passed away from AIDS. What? Passed away?
Maybe traveling for work sounds glamorous, but have you been on an airplane lately? I really wouldn't survive it without this scarf. Knife Tide plus Febreze, it gets it fresher for longer.
Getting ripe in here, huh?
Tide plus Febreze. Freshness that lasts 7 days. Ain't that mother?
I lost control of my car. You think I could use your phone?
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
See, that's how I know copyrights is bullshit. Because if the copyrights to a fucking commercial, why am I hearing a commercial on somebody's broadcast? It's the bullshit. It's the bullshit that I talk about all the time to say that y'all want to mute my shit for me just telling the truth. Bullshit. It's too much bullshit.
Southern Fried Maine Lobster at Joe's Crab Shack. Now available Cajun spiced.
Need brakes? Pep Boys has the best brake service at the best price. Right now, get $50 off instantly on Precision Match Brake Service exclusively.
Because like I said again, that's just a commercial on somebody else shit that I was just listening to. So they created their shit right off a commercial of somebody else shit. So fuck y'all with this bullshit ass copyright bullshit. That ain't nothing but some bullshit that y'all made up. Cause it's y'all shit. You just don't know how much I wish that we the people can start our own shit and wouldn't have to fuck with y'all at all. And that's on the real in this shit. Big old bowl of bullshit. My heart beat fast and everything. I think about this big old fucking bowl of gumbo bullshit we live in. One of these cars I'm about to bring, making some money from. Make sure this ain't one of my stop to go out. Okay, it's pink. Alright, cool. I can go with this one there.
We know what we've got to do.
When I see stuff like this on the internet and think about y'all muting the shit that I
No one's
do,
looking for that plate.
I see I can't be doing nothing but telling the truth. Or y'all wouldn't be fucking with me at all. Bullshit. Y'all can't stop the truth. You can just delay it. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Y'all assholes.
I can still work a spray can. I hate to think what your markup on that is.
Y'all hell no, I don't feel y'all. Not at all. All I'm doing is kill me.
Wouldn't recognize it.
That's actually on somebody's whole video. Commercial and all. But y'all cut mines off.
Okay, the work's been done. Take the car to the buyer and don't let another organization get in the way.
Y'all bullshit. Think about y'all own that shit. So y'all can bullshit with somebody all y'all want. Walk up here. Try to call me with them. I told y'all. I ain't about all that bullshit. I'm about putting in the work. That's why they got him.
Merriweather, because security is a private matter. What can I do for you?
Your Merryweather Air Team is on its way.
That's what I do. I get the best I can get out of the game. I make my own move.
We're here now.
Boy, ran to the car. Everything. Get them boys. Boy, ran into my car. Everything. I had to kiss him well. Boy, it came so fast. Wow.
And we're out.
Sticky bomb. Prepare the sticky bomb. Then I get there. Prepare the tube. Sticky bomb. First thing gonna happen is I'm gonna go over there and my car gonna blow up. I guarantee you why. I'm gonna go over there and somehow my car gonna blow up. Cause they ain't give them the sticky bomb. They got that other sticky bomb. It's cool. If you're always doing something, you see I'm doing my thing. I can't mess with my computer. All you do is hit this button. I know most of the time when I hit shit, that means do it like that. For you. Good. Eat me something.